Hi, we're live.
Yeah,
Just now.
Water,
Yeah,
something,
hello.
something. Welcome to Water Under the Bridge. I think we've had plenty of banter for the day.
I'm just enjoying seeing names from like our IRL friendship group pop up for technical support reasons.
It's reassuring.
We see you.
That's
you
reassuring. Guys. Thank you, and thank you everyone for your patience. Especially Ashlow for your patience. Damn, we're gonna have to look into this. Music today provided by Michael Gelfi Studios, Tabletop RPG, Macro Music, and apparently Ashlow's Duct Tape and Dreams.
I'm gonna run an intro. Let's cross fingers.
Yeah, let's get this thing going. Yeah.
We're back?
Okay.
Question mark?
Ish. We are back-ish. I guess let's just get into our recap. So, the Valkyrie are in a settlement, semi-permanent, called the Oasis of the White Palm, which is governed by a sheik and his sons. You got involved in an investigation into the disappearance, seeming kidnapping, of Shadala, the soon-to-be princess of this oasis, the betrothed of the sheik's slightly older son, Hassan. Looking into this, you learned of assassins, slavers, Malatath, an army of undead, and an evil Ifrit that you were already aware of, but very aggressively trying not to acknowledge. You looked into the missing princess and found a hidden ancient temple under the oasis dedicated to the ancient god Set. You explored this place, dealing with traps, slavers, a couple acolytes. You found one of the 5 legendary star gems that you need to complete some prophecy. You freed some slaves. You rescued the real guildmaster of the Sand Voyagers Guild. There was a little bit of a scare in escaping the temple without getting into a really difficult fight while you were more or less spent, but you pulled it off. You reported to the Sheik, and his justice has been enacted. His younger, slightly son, a traitor, has been forced into hiding, basically. They couldn't catch him, but his plot is ended. You exposed the true leader of the cultists. You saw to it that the slaver guild leader has been arrested and likely is about to meet a very unpleasant fate. You also exposed a number of assassins who intended to murder the sheik in a very non-traditional method. And now the sun has risen. And though you know, or you think you know where the princess is, and you intend to go in that direction to an old amphitheater, you're taking the time to properly prepare. And so we find our heroes, the Valkyrie, in the Sand Voyagers compound in a bazaar. In a bizarre bazaar.
Is it?
It's no, not
It's-
really. It's
oh,
pretty
okay.
mundane.
Yeah.
It-
Except that one shop that's named differently to what they're selling.
Yes, except for that.
Yeah. That one's bizarre.
And I think that's where we pick up. Our heroes have. We're gonna glaze over some of the shopping time. But let's see. Where do I have? I think I had a thing for this, didn't I? Was it that? Get out of here.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Oh, the sound,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down which shop I have.
I don't think that's it. Did I not have a bizarre sound set? I guess that'll do for now. Okay. So, Valkyrie. The time is about 1:10 in the afternoon. What would you like to do?
Are we like right here? Is this accurate?
You're in the bazaar.
Next to the
Your
giant-
specific token placement doesn't matter here.
Yay.
Okay.
I know we were maybe thinking about doing some stocking up, but I'm not sure money-wise what I can afford about myself.
I don't carry any of the money. Sleeves, I think.
How much have we got?
Oh, my sleeves. Okay, hold on a second.
Junko has a decent chunk of cash.
Okay, well, I don't
But
keep
would
track
she
of...
share?
Yes.
Okay.
Unquestionably, if someone needs something,
As long as it's
No
sensible,
question.
yeah.
That's a no to the hypocrite, Marco.
I gave Marco his money, right?
No, that was put into the.
Oh, that's what's in the
party.
party loot.
Yeah, that's when everybody was like,
Okay.
Look at all that money.
So
I
we
guess
have
Marco can have some.
that 8,000 is technically Marco's, I guess.
No,
but...
he donated it. He donated it to the party.
Oh,
pack.
okay. Well,
And everybody was very ignorant of that.
well, there's 900 gold roughly.
So each runestone plus 1 for armor is currently like 600 and something.
That doesn't
crazy.
sound right. Is that right?
It does sound. It is. It does sound right
Marked
for
up.
this location.
Here, yes.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
didn't we have like runestones from the scimitars, right? That we technically
They're
wanted
talking
to
about
recycle.
armor.
Yeah.
Ah.
But for
So-
armor.
I think we have 1 + 1 armor on someone, and everyone else
So-
will need theirs purchased.
At cost, armor plus 1 is 160 gold.
Oh, there
Is
you
that
go.
how much we can buy it for?
Well, you're welcome to check the prices here.
Before we do any of that, there is 1 + 1 hide armor. Ithri, you can take that and put it on somebody else's armor.
I don't need it, but whoever does.
Whoever,
needs to
somebody
do
said
it.
they
Yeah.
wanted it, so.
I don't want a weapon, right?
No, this is armor. We're talking
Yeah,
armor right now.
the only thing that I think I would like to do at the moment is a +1 armor.
Which can be put on clothing as well. For those of you who don't wear armor.
Yeah, I think literally everyone could use that.
Not Junko. She's already
Um,
got plus 1.
Oh, okay, except for Junko. And A3, apparently. Because you said you
Does-
didn't want it.
Does Marco not have a +1 armor?
I do have.
You
+1
do.
armor.
Okay, good.
Key, you need a +1?
I've got +1 armor. I've got all the +1s I want. I'm walking away from Ifri.
Did you say Junko does too?
Mhm.
A3, you do too?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, so it's just between me and Medora. So give it to Medora then.
I mean, we have enough to get another one, but it's very expensive here.
If you want.
No, if you want. I want you alive, but it's not my money. So,
Also, Cora, your bracers cannot
it?
be. You can't put runes on your bracers,
I know. I was gonna. If I did, I'd put them on my clothes.
which
it?
would not effectively. They would give you the same bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So my bracers overlap that.
Now, if it was right, exactly. Once you hit
Gotcha.
+2, it'll be better, or you can get upgraded bracers of armor.
I see. I didn't think those were stackable. Okay.
So
A3, I think I gave you
Awesome.
my runestone as well. I had a plain runestone that I think I.
yes, thank you. You did give that to me.
Okay. So then we
So-
just need to move this hide armor to her, and then we don't have to buy any armor things.
Yes. Well, give it to me and then I'll sort it. I might have to incorporate some leather on your clothes, just because leather's all I really know how to work with. But we'll make it work, and it won't look too terrible, Marco. I promise.
It-
You
Need
like
to be on.
that Fallout Survivor armor where there's like leather elbows, leather knees, like
I mean, I'm
A
still
pop
wearing
can.
this hideous cloak, so I'm not worried about. look.
Okay. So we,
FYI, I don't know if you guys already know this or not. Transferring a rune like that will consume the runestone.
Yes.
Yeah.
But runestones are dirt cheap, I think. So
Dirt cheap.
not here. They're not.
not here.
A3, does it need to be on anything in particular? Like if it was on my hat. Or
It would
my-
need to be on the bulk of your body clothing.
Okay.
Pretend that was in A3's voice.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought that was a rules question. No, I didn't realize that was an in-character one.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's
was.
okay. A3, you just maybe just cough a little. You sound a little.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the
the
desert.
sounds today are really temperamental.
Can I just note that
Um,
you guys now have 2 critical fumbles in the bank?
And
What?
I
God
know
help you
they're
when you get
wrong.
into
God.
combat.
They can't be used for things like crafting, can they?
No, only for
Good.
combat.
Only for
I mean,
combat,
good,
okay.
because I'm wearing one set of clothing. If you screw up my clothing,
I'm sure
I
they
am
sell
tickled that
separate
you
I've
guys
got the
tried
courtesan
not to-
outfit for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
+1.
Plus one courtesan
That's one
outfit.
courtesan.
Okay.
I'll be honest, everything else I would want to buy is out of my price range. Boots
Yeah.
of Bounding, I think would be great. They'd fit great on me, but I can't afford them.
How much are
Yeah.
they?
1360.
Okay, more than Junko can pitch in on.
Everything
A lot
here
more.
is
Remember, you can haggle.
I don't think we can haggle that down enough. And that would be
I
like
don't
all
think
of
you
our
should
money.
haggle that down. Your haggling was very powerful, but maybe not here.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
let's not make any enemies.
Yeah,
But
Wait, what?
Marco.
We. What are we haggling for?
I don't-
Everything.
I think
Well,
so. In general, in the desert, from what I can tell, everything is very overpriced. Unless it's just here at the Oasis, and there's other, like, we didn't spend much time shopping last time we were in a city.
It makes sense. Like, where else are we going to go?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
But they said everything is a commodity.
if you're not desperate, then I wouldn't spend money here if you can help it. But that's the businessman person talking, not the A3man talking.
The only thing I'd be
Freeman.
interested in is the healer's gloves, but I don't really need them right
How
this
much?
second. So I'm a fair
How
bit. Like,
much?
I think they're 300 gold,
I can let you
I'm
borrow
getting a
mine.
armor rune.
400 gold. Which, in all honesty, we could just buy them somewhere where we can go somewhere else and use that as a haggling tactic. If I saw them next door,
Are we
I'll buy 'em
are
from
we
them
at
instead.
the stall discussing?
I was
the
going to say,
items?
for purposes of keeping this in character and roleplay, please, I have moved to the party token, but put the party token at whatever store you guys are looking at. That way I can include, if there's a shopkeep or other. It'll help me make this more of a in-character
I
thing.
kind of feel like we've gone to the stalls, come back to report on what we want, because
This
we
would
wouldn't
actually
have
be
these
away from
conversations
the
with
the
No.
stores.
So
No,
I'm
I
going
was
to
about
move
to
you like
talk
over
down
here
the
so you're
guy.
in the
That
shadow
is-
of the building, like out of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sun,
Perfect.
kind of
Yeah.
talking together.
We're like whispering.
You don't have to. It's
Okay.
loud out here. There's a
Yeah.
crowd.
No, I'm
So-
totally whispering loudly.
So we have
What, Cora?
I said, I think we could haggle that down if Marco does it.
I think I thought we were making eyes. It'll be fine.
They made ice?
Marco,
Ice?
Glass
We've got a
ice? Or-
+1. We've got like 3 +1 striking things.
Yeah, I don't think the +1 striking things are of use apart from as backups or as cash.
Wait, didn't we want to sell the scimitar?
No, don't sell those.
Oh, okay.
They're being put to use.
Also, I sold my plain wooden stuff, and they definitely gave me like not enough for it.
Exactly, yeah. Not only will everything be overpriced, they'll underpay for things that we want to sell. Because that's how it works.
So you're saying we should find some gullible people somewhere else?
I mean, if you want to set up a stall, I don't know if
I
there's
mean, or we
rules.
could just
Can
like
we?
trade. Like maybe they need stuff delivered. Side quest stuff.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to be busy, but you guys can do delivery stuff if you like.
Or
Just
is
an
really
example.
fast. Like,
That's true.
to be fair,
Best
like
delivery
they would
ever.
get. Corey,
it
you know what? If you want a little Saturday job or something,
I could
whatever.
be a paper delivery person.
I more meant that we should keep stuff that's worth money, unless we need to lose bulk. We should keep as much of it to be sold at a reasonable place. I've got
Okay.
space in the backpack if people want to dump stuff.
I've got space in the sleeves.
You do have space in the sleeves.
I think
Um,
I've put down or sold everything I didn't want to carry anymore.
I've got one thing I know I want. Can I just walk up to the store and then try and haggle and get it? Because I know where it is.
For RP purposes, I'd still prefer to stick with the party thing for now. Like, even if everyone else isn't there, it marks where... think of the party token right now as the camera. It's where the camera is focused for purposes of the scene. Does that make sense?
If you want to go shopping, Marco, feel free to.
So, like, everyone could still be back here, even though the party token is here. And that would just mean that the party... So I'm changing language. Party token is more of narrative focus.
Has someone cast a spell on Marco? He's very stationary.
What?
Marco, what are you gonna get?
Oh,
He is.
a whole bunch of technical difficulties. Must be Sunday. I've put you in narrative focus. So right now,
Changing the
our
name
camera
doesn't make me
is
feel better.
focused on the party who's over, like, in the shadow of the ruined temple.
I thought maybe he was just holding really still. So
Can
Marco,
you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
we
Now
can
we
now.
can.
Hello.
You were holding really
Marco,
still.
what do you want to buy?
I want to buy a tent
A tent.
for myself. Isri is snoring.
Oh, okay.
I will note the tents you
I
guys
mean-
have as of now are like massive pavilion-style tents.
So is
Yeah, I'm
Ithri
buying a
snoring.
4-person tent.
Tents aren't really sound. Okay,
What?
nothing.
Look,
I'm reloading Foundry, by the way.
Well,
So-
I didn't notice Ithri snoring.
I think Marco might just want. I mean, Marco's only been with us for what? It's been a week.
Oh, it feels like
oh
it's
no,
been
at this
longer.
point,
It's been like a month.
longer. Yeah,
I
It's-
don't
it's
think it's
been-
even a week yet.
closer
It's
to a
been
month
like-
now.
yeah.
Really?
How
Oh.
long? How long?
Don't
are
forget
we in?
travel time.
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah,
spent,
true.
like, a week inside the pyramid.
It's funny because
Yeah.
You spent
Well, there was
2
no
weeks
tents in the pyramid.
resting after you guys woke up.
That was 2 weeks?
Actually, no, I think that was closer to 1 week.
I think you said it was
Followed
a
by
week being unconscious.
that might
Yeah.
be it.
Yeah.
That might be it.
that
So
also
they-
doesn't
So
Followed
count.
by-
we were two together but unconscious.
The
Then you
Medora
spent
doesn't count that. We were
Another
unconscious.
what was it? 10 days traveling to the Oasis.
It's funny because
That was 10.
sometimes
Okay.
10 days goes in a session and sometimes 10 seconds goes in a session.
So, like, what? Marco's been with us for like 3 weeks. ish.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, like, maybe it's been a bit of a shock to share a tent with us.
Gentle reminder also that Key has been with you for
Like 2
I'm
months.
not
Like-
talking about Key right now. This is
Yeah, but I just thought it would be racist if I
Yeah,
complained about
Key
the
loves
noises
to
that
cuddle
he
with
makes.
us, so there's
Yeah.
no
Key
problem.
has
Key's here for the
Key
lizard
is-
cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
it's Key's fault we're hit. Like, but Marco
I-
obviously is. Shush,
I
lizard
don't think
boy.
it's my fault.
So I
Why
know
Why were you
this.
there?
I blame
Why
the
were you
master.
there in the?
It's my fault we were here slower because I didn't realise I had a compass.
Excuse me, what?
We traveled through the desert for a long time. I used one of my skills to, like, realize that I had a compass and spent my money on getting said compass. And then somebody
Yeah.
had a compass all along.
I was
Despite the
just
fact
having
that I'd
fun
been saying it would
traveling.
be so good to have a compass in the middle of a desert when, sandstorms cover the tracks and things, but no. We only had a compass when we had 2 compasses.
No, I can
I
direct
must say, of the groups I've traveled with so far, you guys must be the most unprofessional, yet
We get that a
seemingly
lot.
competent anyway.
Like,
You're welcome.
I think things happen to us, and we survive them sometimes. That's basically what's happened.
If you were under the impression that we're an organized group, we were not put together for this. I just happened to be here.
You're very lucky
By
that
choice.
I came along.
Are we?
I agree.
You,
It's the Ithri
I
and
think-
Miss Marco, they're staring each other right
I think
now.
I think we're lucky you stuck around.
I agree. Several times.
Hmm. Yes, you've been very impressive, and I hate it. So,
Well, he can get his tent, and then we can just go have lunch or something.
I mean,
What tent do you want, Marco?
I think he's thinking really hard about it. Do we want to spend some
Oh
time
no,
letting the dust settle?
he's
Do
really
we-
excited.
Do we? Key, do you
quick.
want to
Someone
figure
screenshot
out...
his camera and use that whenever he's not here.
Oh, I'm so
For the-
excited to get this tent.
Placement overlay. A whole bunch of technical difficulties. Must be Sunday.
Okay, now I did like a reset and found some bugs or something. I'm hoping it will last now.
Don't open the shop.
No,
Don't need a
Yeah.
tent.
I can't.
We'll tell you.
Can somebody
how much...
just look? I'll pay the 20 gold. I won't even haggle. Just
It's fine. It's fine.
Give the man a tent, please.
Stilly, you got that?
You know what
I will
it
take
is?
it if you know what you want and you know where. So where?
Yeah, it's the 4-person tent at the Adventurer's Glove.
Adventures Club is.
I already
that's-
have
I
it.
see.
open.
You know how we had an epic fumble redeem?
Yeah, I see it.
I
Is
know
that-
how
is
it's
that from my
happening.
internet connection.
Okay, so you guys head to. Well, is everyone going together, or is this just Marco, or is
Well,
it Marco and one or two others?
Now I can't log in again
I-
because Nexo is still logged in and I can't get in.
I'm going to be staying by the temple. I want to roll out my alpaca blanket and offer healing services in an attempt to start raising some money.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll get back
overcharge
to
them.
that because that is a downtime activity, and the more days you put into it, the more money you can make.
I will follow Marco.
To the tent.
Okay, so Medora and Marco. Wait, what? Yeah, I'd choose what to do. What? Nothing. Start continue timer. Okay, sorry. Did I put details in here? Of course not. Why would I do that? So you go to the Adventurer's Gloves.
Yes. Can you kick me out of the Foundry session so I can re-log in?
I don't know if I can.
I think it's just a timeout.
Yeah,
thing.
you
Oh
can.
yeah, kick
Oh.
player. I can kick player. I cannot ban player.
Yeah, don't
Please-
ban
please
me,
don't ban
please.
player.
Ban player.
What is
Ban.
kick player permanent, or is that just gonna? I don't want to.
Let's find
What are the
out.
options? Kick player permanent is the option. I think
So
I
I
did
have
that.
kick player, I have ban player as two separate. Obviously, I don't want to ban him.
Kick player.
Are you sure that's not going to be like fuck
No,
up?
ban is permanent.
It's not going
dude.
to remove him from the game
But
or something?
ban is permanent. Kick is just removed from current session.
Are you sure?
I had to do it the other day. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, then we
Nexer
get
has
Nexer
been
back
kicked.
in.
And Nexa will be in another
Okay.
dimension.
And let me see.
Welcome
with a
to the
10.
internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll have his tent.
And no snoring.
And while Nexer's figuring that out, you said you wanted the
Yeah.
4-person tent.
Yeah, it's the smallest regular tent available.
Did
Right.
you intend to try to haggle at all?
Yeah, I would, of course.
What do you
This is
mean? There's
never
the
worth
pup tent.
20 gold.
Oh no,
They have a pup tent.
What is a pup tent? It costs like as much and it doesn't say
What?
anything in the
No,
description.
that's silver, not gold.
Oh!
That is a great breeze.
Oh! How many ladies can you fit in a pup tent? See, I think
I'm
I'll
pretty
stick
sure
with the 4-person
none.
tent
I
just
think a
for
pup
convenience.
tent is a 1-person tent.
Yeah, you think Marco wants that? He has like a bunch of shit
Fair
hanging
enough.
around and needs crafting space
I
or
suppose you
whatever.
want the 4-person tent.
Yeah, exactly.
my
I said
God.
A
whatever.
lot of flexibility there. So were you going to try to haggle?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be a diplomacy.
I
Asking
can't
the
roll anything right
important
now, so...
questions.
Can you
Ah.
roll
I just
for a
wanna
character?
double check
I can,
whether I
yeah.
am.
If you get,
I
if
just
you
want to
are,
double check whether I think I am helping in this or not.
Tier 3 is
So-
not.
We
role
aren't
play it,
there,
though.
don't you worry,
Still, I'll handle your roles until your character's there, but like you still got to play it. So what do? You show up. Let's see, adventurer's gloves. This is a hut, so you actually like gotta walk through a little opening. It's like a little building that they put up, very temporary. If you sneeze too hard, it'll blow down. But
Oof.
going in, you can see that there's all manner of like leather goods set out on it's not even a counter. It's like a little cheap wooden table, a few cheap wooden tables that have been like pushed together. There's like folded up strips of leather. There are leather goods like in baskets off to either side and around. There's a couple of like armor racks with full leather suits of armor set up on them. They have some of the folded leather is like strapped, so it's like banded together with little labels on them. This is like what the tents are. They're packed up but still open and visible.
You have like a display model.
Exactly. Well, no, they don't have any. They don't actually. There's no display models. Just tents. The woman running this is like late middle age. Her hair is like
Exactly my
very
type,
much
Aspen.
turning gray. She looks like she's been through a lot of life, if that makes sense. Like she looks very worn, tired looking.
So she has some leather clothing as well. Maybe I'll start feeling up the tents in the thing, and then I compliment her like, "Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Like, did you tailor these yourself?"
I've made all of my own goods. Everything here is handcrafted and one of a kind.
That's good. That's good. So do you have these in any better quality than this here? I'm used to a certain standard, you know.
Is this you starting to haggle?
Yeah, of course.
Is Medora coming in on this?
The Medora is actually going to hang back slightly to listen. She's just more curious about how Marco's gonna haggle.
Okay.
Well, I've
Like
haggled before.
she's not gonna make herself known to be there with Marco right now.
Okay. So hanging back.
for
Marco,
stealth.
make
But,
a
like,
diplomacy
within ear
check.
range.
Yeah. And 1 second, it's
Oh,
loading in.
I get-
I'll
okay.
be,
You
I'll
want
be
me to roll
right
it, or do
there.
you
I
want me
can
to wait?
roll in like 5 seconds.
Okay. Then I won't roll it.
Well, if you want to roll it, go ahead. If you have it open, then.
I just closed it because you said you had it. God damn it, Nexer.
Well, I found some like stitches that are like open, like this will this even withstand the desert? Let me find a different one. This one.
Okay. Is it
Nearly
loading?
full. It is loading. Yes.
Okay, let me open it back up. I'll just roll it so we can keep moving. Oh no.
What? Does she have like a...
Diplomacy.
I'm not that bad on diplomacy. Are you looking at a different character sheet?
I'm looking at Marco, where
Yeah.
it says you do not have proficiency.
Well, I don't need proficiency to buy a tent, do I?
No, but
I'm
to
not asking for
be very
50%
effective at
off.
talking the price down. It's just an
Well,
untrained
now I
check.
have it all.
That's fine. Oh, now. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, couldn't I be deceiving her about the quality of her tent? If I talk it down and then be like,
Would
this shit
haggling
tent, I
be
buy it for
deception?
cheaper.
What do
I
we
can.
think?
I'm
Committee
telling her
of...
that her tent is not as good as it seems, and that's why I want it cheaper.
Let's put this to committee. What do we think about haggling being available for deception?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I think it goes both ways. It depends how you word it. If Marco's telling her tents are not as good as they actually are, that's a lie, right?
So
feel
nice about it.
Here's how I'm going to treat this. Diplomacy is the default, so it'll generally be a lower DC, minimal consequences for failure. Deception.
Consequences.
So, like with diplomacy, if you get a critical failure, the worst that happens is they're done negotiating.
Mhm.
Whatever. Deception has the potential to anger them,
Oh, that's fine.
and also will be a slightly higher DC.
Clarification. I'm still standing out of reach.
If you're going for this with deception, go ahead. You said you
Should I
got
use
the
the
rolls
skill
now?
action dialogue and be like, lie? Or do you want me to just roll straight deception from my character sheet?
As long as you have the token selected, you can use skill action dialogue for the unspecified action with deception. Just make sure you have the party token
skill
selected.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think yeah, okay. Deception, unspecified, use action. Public, or do you want a secret?
Oh yeah, this would be public. Normally deception, so lie is not, but you're not
Yeah, okay.
so much lying as trying to talk her down.
I'll hero point that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I have so many right now. A little bit, huh? 29.
Okay. 29. So you spend a few minutes talking, kind of going back and forth. The end result is you are able to talk the price down a bit. You can get it down to about 15 gold instead of 20.
All right. Let's hope nothing crashes when I open the shop again.
Don't open the shop.
Oh,
I'm
don't
going
open
to handle this for you so you don't. Are you content to pay 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hero point didn't get deducted. Should I just do that manually?
What?
Yeah, I said reroll using hero point. It says
And it
hero
didn't
point used
deduct?
in the thing, but no.
Yeah.
Maybe it's still bound to the old? Yeah, she hopefully not.
Shouldn't be. Should be on the new one. Weird. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and deduct. Now I'm concerned.
It's technical difficulties day. Well, let's
it really is.
Let's just carry on regardless.
Oh.
Yeah, just go with it.
Okay.
So you get tent 4 person, paying 15 gold. Yeah. Oh, I think it worked.
Yay! Let's see.
I think it even took the money from you.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks correct, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is it okay if I put that into the party, or do I have to walk back to the camp before I can do that?
So you have to have a place where it's... So how are you justifying putting it to the party?
Well, I don't know. Cora sleeves? No, I guess, okay, I'll
just
carry
shove it in my sleeves.
If it's Cora's sleeves, she has to take it. If you're putting it on...
Put your sleeves.
Set this up for me, will you?
Like you could load it onto a mount.
No, I guess we're here on foot, so I'll just carry it. It's like I attach it to my backpack.
I dare you to ask the hippogriff.
So what I would recommend you do, Nexter, is drag it on your inventory into the backpack, and it should adjust the bulk accordingly for you.
Yeah, tents are heavy.
Oh, I have to manually pull it into the...
Mhm.
No, okay, it's in my equipment right now, okay.
Yeah, so you'll drag it down to backpack.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, and see, it changed the bulk for you.
Yes.
Okay, so is there anything else? Medora, you've watched Marco spend about 10 minutes like haggling. It's a very duplicitous method he uses with a focus on the imperfections, on you know, deceit.
So did
Just gonna
steal
walk
it.
up next to him. I'm not worried about that at all. I feel like I've done worse. And I just look at the restful tent. What does this do?
The tent.
Did you make this as well?
I'm confirming what it does for the
Ah.
GM.
I'm not allowed in the shop anymore, so I can't see items.
It's very restful.
Oh, Medora's asking her.
Yeah.
I know what it does. Medora's right.
The restful tent. Yes, I've made this one myself. I've made others like it as well, if you'd like to order others. It is concealed. It will blend into the desert, making it hard to discover. It also has magical bindings in the seals. It will keep out such pests as desert insects, pack rats, vultures, scorpions.
Do you have? I would be willing to discuss price, of course, but do you have any way of sharing some of the magic that you used to make this? I used to be able to make one of these out of nothing when I needed it, but I've lost that.
It is a great deal of minor enchantments to the individual components. The magic is less about specific spells. It is more in the construction of the apparatus. That is to
So-
say, it's made using the magical crafting skill feat. There's no, this isn't a spell so much as it's magical ability being pumped into its crafting.
So, when you made it, did you do it alone? Is this something you do by yourself?
I made it myself. Yeah,
It's amazing.
thank you. Would you like to purchase one?
I would love to, but I can't afford to right now. It's just if I had my way, I would
understand.
still have the powers that allowed me to. Well, you don't want to hear that story. That was a long time ago, and
Your
I may return.
enthusiasm is appreciated all the same.
Thank you.
Do come back should you require other leather goods.
Do you have any scraps of leather? My friend wants to help me improve my clothing, and actually said that we might have to add some leather. And I was just wondering, do you have any like black or red or
Shit.
black and red?
So it's not in the store. Yes.
Would you?
I have many leather materials. Of course, you can purchase here.
I mean, if you have some scraps and you'd be willing to do like a cheap deal, like just stuff that I could play with and work with, but I'll return definitely.
And Ashlow, I might need to ask you this. Is there is a baseline cost for your crafting, correct?
Not in rune swapping. That was just flavor I added on top.
Oh, right. For
Of
okay.
other leather.
I
Yeah,
see.
rune swapping doesn't cost.
It's basically just the cost of the runestone itself.
The cost of the
Wait.
runestone, or
Okay.
I'm more
the
asking
time.
her whether she has any random scraps, though. To be fair, like, does she have a box
Yeah.
of offcuts that she would allow?
Yeah, I'm more. What I'm looking for is like what you can do with this, because obviously, you don't just want leather that can do nothing for you except take up space. What I would probably say is, you can purchase leather here, and depending on how you negotiate, it will represent a fraction of the gold cost that would otherwise go into crafting something that uses it. So if Ithri makes a set of leather armor, you could deduct whatever you spend here from that. Or a fraction of whatever you spend here from that, depending on how you negotiate or haggle. That's how I would treat it.
Medora's gonna go the opposite tactic to Marco. And just
Okay. So you are going to haggle for some leather?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? So you're
Just-
praising the quality?
not the quality of the tents per se, because we've just heard you knock that down and we're not gonna get you in trouble.
Well, but they don't know
Um,
we are related in any way, are they?
Also, he was clearly haggling. Like, she knows
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the business.
Okay.
So this would be another this would be diplomacy. You're buttering her up and hopefully walking away with a buttered bread. Yep. Okay. So without getting into the minutia, however much gold you want to spend on leather, you will get that much leather. Effectively, you can use this to reduce. How would this work? I guess I'm not going to get fancy. However much you spend here is deducted from the cost of making leather gear should Ithri in the future, or anyone in the future, should your party try to craft leather or repair leather.
So to clarify with this, this is for like cost price crafting, not inflated shopping price crafting.
Correct.
Essentially,
Essentially, the money would be spent anyway with the crafting. You're prepaying. It's like a prepaid gift card. So that if
One free armor.
or if someone, for instance, is
Yeah.
not in town and doesn't have access to a market, they could still craft leather goods using this because the money's already been spent.
I want to just double check my ability. So as a me, I can only wear clothing armor, or I can wear leather armor.
I'm pretty sure you
I
don't
cannot
have
find
proficiency
on
in
my
light
character
armor.
sheet
It's on
where
proficiency.
proficient. Unarmed.
I'm pretty
Cool.
sure you do not have light. I think you have unarmored.
Yeah. So it would be
So for you,
leather
it'd be clothing.
clothing.
Yep, and I would say you
But
can use this for that as well. I mean, the Goths have been doing it. Why can't Medora?
Medora would like
Goth
to
witch.
spend. That's 1 silver. I'm just calculating
So essentially, yeah, just
roughly.
dump however much money you want to put into this, and then you have that banked, and you'll just need to make note of it for future crafting of leather goods.
Medora's going to spend 13 gold on
Okay.
this.
So make a note that you have 13 gold of leather for crafting. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yep, I've removed the gold off me and just added the leather. Okay.
Okay. As you're doing this, she does say, "You are a crafter of fine leathers yourself?"
No, but I have a friend, and maybe he will help teach me on the road. He doesn't know this
Very
yet,
good.
but maybe he will.
Very good. Leather workers are an important necessity in these communities, especially with times being as difficult as they are. Travel safely in the sun.
You too.
So all in all, the two of you at the Adventurer's Gloves have spent about 20 minutes. other people.
So as that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and Key pulls out a rug, is that what Key said?
A blanket, but yeah,
blanket.
effectively, I'm like, whipping out a rug and, maybe putting some candles, like, aesthetic shit around it to kind of just,
Setting up a
make
little-
people. I've got my legs crossed. I'm, in a kind of prayer position.
As you are setting up, Ithri's gonna. I presume Cora's there as well,
Mhm.
and I feel like she'd be part of this conversation whether I wanted her to or not. Ithri is gonna say to Key, how are you? How you all right? You're very hard to read. Do we need to do some?
Because I'm not a book.
That makes sense.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Do you want to follow up on the slaves that were set free, or are you just sort of let your eggs hatch and make their own way?
I haven't had the fortune of having any eggs yet.
I didn't mean that literally.
Okay, because I appreciate it, but I'm not interested. But
I don't think I can make eggs with you, even if I wanted to.
Excellent. The slaves concern me, but not as much as the slaver.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that's a problem that is out of our hands right now, which is why I mentioned the slaves in case you wanted to chase them down, follow it up, mention it to someone. I don't know. I've never had one.
I've never found myself abhorrent to slavery. It's not something I agree with. It's not something I necessarily go out of my way to stop either. If, as you saw down in the temple, if we come across slaves, I'm going to do what I can to free them. I will admit my judgment was clouded because of certain bastards, but I also, if I heard of I don't know, a slaving traction 30 miles from here, I wouldn't be racing there on camelback day and night to go and free them.
Fair enough. I just, like, I feel like not just the slaves, but I feel like we as a group have changed things here. And I don't know if we should wait for the dust to settle or.
I feel that we've changed it for the better.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I presume the guildmaster went back to the guild and, like, that they're sorting out the temple and stuff, but I feel like we just made a mess and then went shopping.
I would disagree. Personally, I've made a mess and laid down a blanket.
I think we've set things on the path that they should be here before
the place
what's his name took over. And once he has back control of the guild and the temples they've taken care of it fully, I think this place will be back to how it was. I think when we got here it wasn't exactly
it was a bit tense, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we still have to find the princess, but
yeah.
I feel we've made it a better place, but with such a power vacuum, someone could easily step in and make it worse again.
I don't.
Maybe. Hopefully the Sheik has enough people that won't happen. So, Kia, are you gonna stay here? What are you doing here? with this blanket?
I mean, it's been quite clear that we've not really got the financial reserves that we're hoping for. I think, Ifri, I hope you don't mind me saying, but I think I saw you drooling over some metal. And I've got, you would know this as well, Cora. I have healing powers. I can help the meek and injured who wander in from the desert for a bit of coin, we can try and fill up some of those reserves. And
Okay.
while we're on the topic as well, Cora, take a sit with me.
Wait, on the blanket? Just on. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's just gonna
on
like
blanket on the sand.
stand awkwardly, like.
She'll just sit and cross her legs.
Gunpei.
This is very soft.
I have to my healing powers, I hope you understand, comes from a divine blessing and the great power of Stella bestowed upon me. And yet down in the temple, I saw you sacrifice your life from halfway across the room without me. How did you do such a thing?
Remember, like, what was it? Like 15 hours ago when I prayed over you for about 10 minutes? Oh, focused on you for about 10 minutes. I was putting a part of my life force into you, if that makes sense. And it sat there until and kept us connected until it was needed. I felt that your life force was going to be extinguished, so I intervened.
I think I understand. My next question is, why did you do this?
Why not?
As a healer, as a person of these beliefs, I don't think that you should be sacrificing your life to save mine.
Oh, well, I didn't know that it was going to be sacrificing my life. I just kind of saw you were going to be hurt, so I just stepped in. That kind of happens a lot with you, but I just feel like you need a little, I don't know, little help sometimes. I didn't mean to die or almost die. That wasn't intentional.
And please don't take this as ungrateful. I'm happy for any healing services, but if ever comes a situation where you feel like it's your life or mine, please don't jump in front of the spear.
Why?
Because then I have to go on living knowing you jumped in front of the spear.
But I would rather you keep on living.
Some of us would rather have their pride.
It's not about pride, at least with me. I don't want to lose my friends, so.
I appreciate that you consider us friends. I guess the other thing to consider as well is I have scales. It's harder to get through. You seem
It
quite.
didn't really seem like it when
I said harder, not impossible.
Sorry.
Love Boris so much.
Absolutely sassed here. But thank you for explaining that, Cora. Though that's helped me enlightened, and hopefully I can be a better companion for it.
And I'm sorry if it hurts your pride. She'll pat, but I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing.
Just pat me on the head.
Yeah, pat.
How's your pride doing?
It's something that I have to do. It's in my nature. I feel like I have to, like there's this light and this life in me. I have a lot, so I don't mind giving it to people who need it.
I think I understand.
And if one day I do die and not come back, I will be sad not to see you guys again, but I'll also be happy that you guys will still be here. I'm not afraid to die. She'll look up at Ithri, like,
Well, I
Up
mean,
at your eye level now.
well, she's
slightly
sitting.
up.
He's
Ithri's still standing.
Yeah.
I mean, we sort of went to your heaven, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah, pretty
It was
much.
nice there.
Yeah.
I can confirm when she dies, she's going to somewhere nice. Although the angels are a bit snooty.
Yeah, I might see my dad again. Hopefully I do. You know, I have to admit something. My holy symbol, you know, the one to Archael, I left it behind somewhere. We stayed, and I realized this whole time it really wasn't a connection to Archael, but it was a connection to my dad this whole time.
Do you regret that?
It was my one connection to him.
I
mean, I'm mad at him, but I kind of regret just throwing that away.
I have something to confess. Ithri's going to get
Oh.
the Archael symbol out of his bag and hand it over to Cora. I didn't leave it behind.
You grabbed it?
Yeah.
She'll take it and just like tears will start falling down her face. Because every time I would pray, it wasn't to Archael. It was to my dad. That was our connection. My power didn't come from him, it came from my dad.
I don't think
And
you need that in order to have a connection to your dad, but hopefully
Thank
it
you.
helps. I'm just really glad you're not mad that I took it and kept it.
I'm glad you did. And she'll hug Ithri.
Kiddos.
And then she'll bring Key in too. Just because he's there. He needs to be.
This is non-consensual.
You know
Or
when
he
you,
wasn't with a
like-
customer at the moment.
I know Ava's not here, but you can feel Junko being like, don't do it.
Come here, Junko.
Speaking for her,
Oh.
when this subject matter came up, she got a little distant, like a shadow came over her, and she would have
Stealthed?
sort of not snuck away per se, but just
Homer Simpsoned into the bushes.
the distance between her and this conversation would feel vast. There would be a certain cold, not detachment,
Dissociation?
detachment, I guess. Like she's dissociating a little bit from it.
Fair enough.
Yep. Leave it to it.
Well, now that we've got all that out of the way, do you guys need healing? Very generous prices.
So I'm gonna
You gonna
go
charge
ahead
us
and
for
say
healing?
Bad for business.
there is an earn income downtime activity. If that's what you want to do, i.e., if you actually want to make money doing this, it is done by the day, not the hour.
Sure.
So
don't
feel like
makes
you're
sense.
written out of other scenes because it takes place by the days. Like, obviously, you're taking breaks. You're not just doing it 24/7. But we can circle back to this when you know how many days you're going to be doing it for and do the roll, and we'll see how much money you make.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good.
So I loved how you brought up you want to help the meek and weak people of this town, and then you want to buy adamantine armor.
I will say, earn income, it's good for a little bit of pocket money. You're going to need a fuck ton of pocket money to buy the metal Ithri was looking at.
Yeah.
Well, we're taking
But
20
we're
weeks of
leaving-
downtime.
I was
Even
gonna say, we just
at
leave Key here
cost.
for a year.
Yeah.
Even at cost, I'm not sure you could afford that armor without like some fucking rubies.
You're gonna,
3
you're gonna
years.
spend more
Quit
on
bringing
booze.
up those. I'm gonna go get those rubies.
This time I'm not so much pushing you toward them as using that as an example. Like, adamantine +2 armor is obscene,
Yeah.
And at
Wait a
desert
minute.
prices.
even at cost, not
A3?
accounting for markup.
A3, you wanted that armor?
I was admiring it. I mean, it would be nice to get out of this.
Do you think it would be worth 2 gems?
No.
Because there were 2 gems we left behind.
Well, didn't one of those turn you into a?
No, not those. Different gems in
Oh,
the
okay.
statue.
Oh,
The one by
the
the pit where it's
the
like, ooh,
ones
you
that
better not
were-
touch them.
yeah, the ones that were obviously a trap to make you get in, put in the pit.
Yeah, but get this, I'm really fast. Maybe I could get them.
I really like your enthusiasm. However, we've just told the boss of the land there's a whole new temple under his monolith. Those eyes have probably got eyes on them.
Do you think they'd be mad if we took them?
Yeah.
Could we not
I-
take the
I
one
think-
that turned her?
Huh?
Could we not take the one that turned Cora into a monkey anyway? I mean, surely that would fetch a price.
Did we grab that one? I didn't
That
grab
one
it.
was actually rooted to the. It was attached.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we didn't, because I don't think the actual gem was worth anything really. It was more a magical mechanism.
I feel
I
like it would be
believe
worth
there
a lot.
was a solid gold monkey statue in the other.
Yeah, but
One
I
of
tried
those-
to take that, remember?
Something got turned to pewter.
That was the one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
damn
that's
it.
the one.
Was is the correct terminology. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, are we in a different scene?
I would
or-
say they've.
Yeah.
This lines up now.
Yeah.
Medora and Marco coming back with some shopping bags, and in Marco's case, a huge fucking rolled up
Well,
tent
it's
that
not
he's like still
It's not.
attaching to the.
Come on, a
backpack.
4-person tent is not actually that big. If you look at.
Not compared to the other tents. You're right.
Yeah, a
But,
2-person tent is like as big as a desk, and if you roll it up, that's like, it's not too bad.
Why did you actually want a tent? I mean, Ithri doesn't snore that bad.
Oh, he does.
I've been sleeping in the same tent for the last.
Have you? I thought we had a
How long
female
have I
tent and a
been there?
male tent.
No, you have a camel tent and a not camel tent.
We have a
camel
what?
tent. We have it. There's sections, yeah, but when you close that section, we don't disappear. We're still there. Like, Marco, we can. Why a 4-person tent?
Well, I didn't want a 1-person tent for comfort.
And what did you mean by how many ladies will it fit in the
That
tent?
was not in character.
It's
Come
weird.
I
back!
have a
Sounds
French
exactly the
accent when
same.
I speak in character.
It's just weird. I thought I heard this small comment.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Wait,
He's gonna
Well,
do some work.
yeah, Key's gonna get working here, I guess.
I need to take some, it's gonna time.
Well, if would you like help?
I mean, yeah.
I'd like if would you work? Would it be okay if you
I
had
mean,
company or
For
are
your
you-
armor, you're gonna need to be there anyway. So
I got these, and she's just gonna pull out some leather.
excellent.
I don't know where this is going, but I want to do something.
You don't know where the leather's going.
Yeah, but
yeah,
so
we can-
you said you can work with leather, and I was like,
Yep.
well, maybe I can learn. I'm quite good at learning.
How soft are your
I'm not
fingers?
very good at white.
Working with
What?
leather hurts.
That's fine. I've got stuff for that. Keys.
Okay.
healing, right?
Oh, yeah, but he's charging now.
Yeah, she worked on a ship. She's got it.
I mean, it's been a while since I was on a ship, I guess, but I had a maybe idea, but we'll see what you think. But maybe Marco said something and it's bothering me, and
Jeez,
I
Marco.
realized. Well, it's not really Marco. I know.
Oh.
Was it
I
about
know
the
I've
cape?
been with you guys for a long time,
Oh, okay.
but Marco said that we don't really know each other. So
That's
how
not true.
about? What do you know about me?
Ex-pirate. Scary with magic. Scary with tentacles.
I'm not sure that's even. Well, I guess that part's true.
I
What's
know
the
that-
eye color?
I know that I can see her eye color.
What's her mother's maiden name?
Ithri would know her eye color. I actually don't remember. Actually, there's one that's red and one that's grey. Is that right?
There is now.
Close enough, yeah.
Ah.
Science.
But
There
it
is
didn't,
now.
it didn't
Yeah.
used to be.
I think I agree with Marco, actually. We don't know
I'm-
him.
Oh,
Well,
What?
I had an idea, and maybe this is a stupid idea, but it's been a while since I ran out of rum, and Marco here likes a drink, and some of these questions might be uncomfortable, to say the least. So I would like to invite you all to my first tent party.
oh, this is really scary.
Did you
I'm
bring the
gonna go
horn
and
as
get-
well?
Blur.
Volume has been corrected.
I'm gonna go and get a drink, maybe some snacks. Do you guys
Something spicy.
maybe want to meet at the tent? Something
Oh, sorry.
spicy.
Something meaty.
That was a yes,
Something
by the way.
meaty. And
You
I
have
just
something
figured
meaty
maybe...
at home.
All right.
I mean, literally, yeah, we do have some meats at
But the meat at home is a
Isn't
camel.
You guys
that all
bought,
rotten
like-
by now?
The whole
there's-
Yeah,
fucking
no.
There's like
Madora's
cow
only
going
gonna
on
buy
this.
what's required. But Cora, Junko, he, right? Cora, would you like to join us with drinks or tea or not drink? Like, I don't want people to feel like they've got to do this, and this is really awkward, but I realize I don't really know any of you guys.
I would like to
Or me.
apologize, and I will make it up to you by drinking the drink you provide me.
Marco, you're helping me with this. Right.
Ithri can drink my
Right.
drink.
I can mix
Oh, but
things.
Okay.
you were so
I
much fun
don't-
last time you had a drink.
I don't need to drink to share things with
That's
you guys.
true,
I can
that's
talk
very
just
true.
Probably
fine.
You
get-
could drink.
Maybe some
for
sparkling
fun.
juice for Cora.
That sounds good.
Oh, grape juice.
Grape juice. Okay. Well, maybe tonight, if you guys are up for it,
Drinking
would be
makes
good
my
to
tummy
have-
feel funny, so yeah, I'll pass.
and then yeah,
Marco makes funny looking drinks. I'm happy to try some of those.
Excellent.
okay. Well, Marco and I will go and get the necessary supplies.
Okay. I
But
think
where do you want to do the work on the armor? Do you want to do it in
that
the
is a
tent? or-
very good question. And I'm going to ask.
See, you can borrow my tent if you like. You get some extra space now.
Nice.
So you guys' tent, did I forget if I uploaded the map for it or not?
I don't
didn't.
remember seeing an inside of a tent.
Yeah, not yours anyway.
Yeah.
It is sectioned. So there's two rooms. There's the front room and the back room in you guys' tent, which is
Oh.
effectively about 20, 30. It's about a 40 by 40 foot tent.
See, I thought this
It's
was the tent the
enormous.
Sheik gave us like as a setup
Yes.
in this
It is,
town.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But are we
It's
allowed?
about
We're not allowed to keep that, are we?
No,
we have
but
our
while
own
you're
travel
here,
tent.
We've got our own-
effectively that's where
Okay,
you
We've got
live
our own.
while
Yeah.
you're here.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we had that as like a living room, and then like one tent for sleeping here, one tent for sleeping next to it, or something.
No,
But-
no, that's got all of you guys. Like they've provided you with everything you. Effectively, it's an apartment.
A tent apartment.
except nicer than most apartments. You're, with the exception of maybe Marco, nicer than any apartments you guys would have ever seen. For Marco, it's still on the higher end.
My plan was to
I-
go and ask the guildmaster, because he owes us, if he had a space I could work in, and if it's better than just being in a tent. If it's cooler, in fact, maybe if we can just go underground where it's cooler, that would. I don't. The workspaces.
I'm okay with.
Yeah,
I'm okay
we
with
should
that.
do that. I think I saw some torture tables that we can
Oh,
repurpose.
You want to
Yeah,
ask
the
the
temple.
guildmaster? We'll meet back here in like half an hour.
Sure.
You want to do this now, or do you want to do this
I'm not starting. It
I don't
depends.
mind.
When are we drinking?
Tonight?
Then no,
Is
I'm
what
not
like
starting now.
2:30 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be like
Afternoon?
about a day's work to
Okay.
per thing.
Well, in that case,
So,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go and.
I don't know if I've made this clear. So everyone who wants a single object changed or upgraded, each of those is going to be about a day's worth of work. So you guys have got a few days to fill, because I'm going to be busy. I mean, I could have your help whilst doing the thing for the thing, but I won't need all of you there. You'll be distracting.
Question: did Ava let you know what
Yep.
she wanted in terms of upgrades? Okay, so you've got that accounted for. I don't know that, so
I do know that, but I was going to leave Junko to last just in case it doesn't happen this session. Then we can.
well, I was just going to say
I
you
think-
can at least account for that in terms of time. It'll help me so that we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do
yeah.
Key's role if you can add the time.
Yeah.
For her stuff.
It'll be one extra day. That's all.
And there's a good chance. I think Junko's probably going to make money as well, like Key is doing. Spend some time plying a
So
trade.
to check, we want to do nothing today with that. So I've got this afternoon to set this stuff up and work out what I'm doing.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'll see you guys at like. What time?
Do we
What
want to
time do we
reconvene
wanna-
here or 10?
10.
We're not
Okay.
drinking here. It's
No,
expensive.
I meant like, yeah, okay.
And some of these questions might be inside questions.
Ooh.
What's that mean?
Like, you know.
we'll teach you about inside and outside voice later, Cora. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm sure we've discussed it before.
There's everybody having like message conversations again. Marco's standing there like, what's going
No,
on?
this
Why
would- I
this
think
is-
this would have all been
Yeah,
out loud.
we all know each
Yeah.
other because we're
They're
going to have the
using the
whole thing in
inside voice.
message. This
Inside-
whole
not
conversation
literal
in
inside
message.
voice. God,
I
Oh,
mean, you'd
okay.
be surprised how
Is that
many of
what
you
it
guys
is?
have that kind of
Okay,
inside
Yeah.
voice
broadcast
too, so-
message. Hello, Marco.
Okay, so
Is that it?
Scatter?
No.
Marco's just nothing.
And break.
Well,
Well, if
How-
he's gonna.
how tall is this wall?
I mean that's a building.
How tall is it?
To the
Need to
ceiling,
know.
I think is the.
Let's see,
Oh,
40
wasn't that
foot
a ruined
square,
temple though?
Yeah, the temple.
Like, is it
How
even
tall-
a
Six
full
pillars that
wall?
once supported a roof. The roof is now broken.
Okay.
But how tall does the wall go up?
I guess I'm inclined to let's see, for a 40-foot square, it was a temple. Say 30 feet.
That's not tall enough. What about this wall?
None of the walls here are going to be taller than that.
What's the tallest wall? That one probably.
You're in an oasis, man. There's not very
I
tall
need a
buildings.
wall. Okay, well I'm gonna
What?
stay here with Key, I guess, and practice something.
I'm going to
Um,
find a guild master.
So,
Look, I've learned something cool. I need to
so
practice though.
let's address our teams. So who's going with Team Ithri? Anyone else?
No.
I guess Junko will go with Ithri then. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Especially given who you want to be talking to. I imagine she's going to want to make sure, like, she's going to be keeping an eye on things to see. I don't think she ever really trusted the guy.
That is fair.
Key and Cora. So it's going to be Medora and Marco who are doing the, shall we call it, resource gathering?
Supply run.
Depends what you call resources. Let's see how that plays out.
The
Going
snack
to a
trip.
Dollar Tree to pick up plastic cups and
Oh,
A bartender.
Beer pong.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with Team Ithri then, because the guild hall is literally just around the corner and down the street a little.
Yep. Just gonna go knock on the front door.
Well,
not
about
using the
that.
secret entrance.
As you guys move over here, you can see that things have changed. There are now two of the Sheik's personal guard who are standing in front of the door. As you approach, there is some recognition. But what do you do?
Hello,
Ithri?
friends.
The Sand Voyagers Guild Hall is not open at the moment.
I'm not looking to shop. Can we speak to the guildmaster? I have a favor to ask.
Make a diplomacy check. This is to make a request.
Okay.
No, fuck off.
Yeah. That
DC
means,
80.
That means no. Oh.
I don't know. This channel has a rich history of fighters nat 20ing diplomacy checks.
It's true,
Wait,
it's true.
Can't. Oh, Junko, I don't know. Is
works.
Junko good at this? Can she aid?
Junko is not good at this, no.
Okay, sorry.
Junko's diplomacy is like, you will let us in.
My skill action dialogue is not working.
You
you
have
have
to
to
have
select
the
the
party
party
token
token.
selected.
Yeah, you gotta select it
I
first.
thought I didn't. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Diplomacy unspecified.
Oh my! Intimidating. Yeah,
I-
no, make a
I-
request. This is.
Yeah,
Whoa!
no, I clicked that to check that the macro bar was
Negotiations
You
are
working.
will
over.
let us in.
It's this would be make a request.
Request. Okay, cool. I shall roll this with a -1. Oh, there you go.
Yay!
This
look too
channel's
bad.
rich history continues. They seem reluctant. They'll say,
if you guys don't want to interrupt him because there's important things going on, all I'm looking for is a space to work in and out of the heat, preferably. If you can pass on a message, I'll happily come back later and gather a response. Or
this we will do.
Thank you.
And if the guildmaster wishes to speak with you,
Well, I'm going to be hanging around here for like a bit, and then we'll be in the tent, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. Is morning a good time for the guildmaster? I don't know what he does, to be honest.
if he wishes to speak with you and you return in the morning, we will inform you.
Okay. Are you guys all right?
If
Everything seems a bit tense.
there has been bloodshed,
Yeah.
the former the pretender did not surrender.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Let the guildmaster rest for a bit. Don't worry about bothering with him until like he's recovered. I'll come back tomorrow morning and we can figure it out then.
He is unharmed,
Oh, okay.
but
Physically.
the warehouse is now a mess. There is much work to be done. Clean up, and some prisoners are yet to be moved.
Understood.
And he kind of nods. You don't get the impression that like they're like, go away, you fucker. It's more like,
no, yeah.
this is our job.
There's a fucking
We're
situation.
not overly charismatic
Yeah,
people,
shit's
but
fucked
here's
up in
what's
there.
going on.
Yeah, fair.
Like
Cool.
you don't get for
Yeah.
them, it almost feels friendly
Yeah.
for these
It's
guys.
probably the friendliest thing we've had since we arrived from
Mm-hmm.
strangers. Yeah, cool. All right. I will be back tomorrow morning, and it's not urgent, so thank you.
They both
Hope,
nod.
hope things get cleaned up as easy as possible.
The sheiks will be done. It will. Okay.
All right.
That ended up being pretty easy.
I love the
Oh.
idea of Granicus mopping in there and they're not letting him out until it's all cleaned up. Or something
Yeah,
he said.
that's it. That's it. They're like, no, you can come out when you're done. And they like go in and have to like check after him for all his work. You missed a spot here. Do it again.
That's mean. Damn.
Something like that. As you're walking away, Junko will say, "Are you going to wait till tomorrow?"
For what?
Just to you.
Yeah.
Well, there
I
is
mean-
the secret door.
I know, but this is,
Junko.
you like sneaking far too much. This isn't urgent. This is I can do this in the tent if it needs to be, but I just rather be underground where it's cooler, even if it's covered in blood. So, you know,
okay.
it's fine. Thank you for offering an alternative path, but that is not required.
She's going to try not to look too disappointed that you don't want to sneak in.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
hippogriff still following?
Hmm?
Is the hippogriff?
Oh, no. That was
No, that was-
immediately,
yeah.
sent into the sky
I'm just
away
checking
from...
because when we were here, the hippogriff I think had been around.
I think it gets spawned every time we dissolve the party token, right?
No, not anymore. I have
Ah.
Cool.
removed it from the party and put it into the PCs folder.
Should have just sent the hippogriff in there to clean up.
We
can airdrop now. New
Solve
party
the
tactics.
prisoner problem.
He'd eat up all that stuff.
And the dead bodies problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like
On
living
that
bodies,
note-
Ashlow.
Oh yeah.
We can hop over to y'all's acquisitions. How did
Wait, what about
where
me?
and how did you want to go about that?
Hogan's Bar, right? It's the only place that
Hogan's
has
Bar.
alcohol here.
What the hell?
Okay.
Gonna get a bulk
So-
discount.
We're gonna move the focus into Happy Hogan's Desert Igloo. As the two of you come in, you can see it's not anywhere near as crowded as before. Ignore all the tokens. There's like a third of these tokens that are actually here.
Because it's too hot now.
And the dark elf that you saw is nowhere to be seen.
I mean, you can't hang out here all day. I'm gonna
True.
walk up to
Though he didn't look like he
the-
was very busy yesterday.
Is that like a whole side quest we missed?
Not exactly. You're welcome to inquire, I suppose. So you come in here. What are you doing? Most of the people in here are sort of minding their own business. Hang on, let me double check my handy dandy details.
I was just gonna walk up to the counter. Ooh, I see a new person.
What?
The door is open to the back. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that.
At present, it is actually, and
Okay.
you can like smell cooking food coming from back there.
Yeah, I was gonna sit at the bar, and I don't know if I have to wave him over if I sit next to where Hogan would be.
Oh, I found it. It was in my notes section. There it is. I'm looking for the scheduling. Okay, so okay, Hogan is not the one behind the bar at present. There is a bartender.
Oh, it's like a random one.
Or no, not that one. Why is that even there? No, get out. It's barkeep.
Look, this
barkeep
isn't
is
screen
the one.
accurate, okay? We
Or no,
reset the
barkeep-
scene.
Why is that? Frick! Can I undelete the token I just deleted,
Control Z.
please? There, yay. Okay, so yeah, there is a barkeep. It's the one you saw yesterday, but didn't really stop to talk to. Let me update the token, which should be using his name, but for whatever reason
Oh,
stopped doing that. Got it. He smiles as the two of you approach the bar, though.
Marco,
wait.
we're doing this on cheap alcohol or good alcohol?
We're buying cheap for the party, aren't we? But
Of
get me
course.
some bottles of the moderate stuff at least for the drinks I'm supposed to mix.
And I guess
I can pay for that. That's not an issue. I'll use the rest on my own time.
I was actually gonna say, did you want a bottle of the good stuff for us?
Oh, sure. If you're asking that.
And at this, he kind of moves over to where you are at. Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
Starting
Do
out the day a
you-
little early. Can I get you something to eat?
Well, you know, it's been a long week. I wouldn't mind actually. Do you want something to eat, Marco? Like, we said half an
Actually,
hour, right? A meal or just
if
a snack?
if you at all know how to make that, could you make me an Andalonian style espresso? I really need some caffeine right now.
Oh, that's. Let me. We have coffee. Let me think. We have the beans for espresso. Is that the one with the cherry syrup?
If you let me behind the counter, I can make it myself.
Come
Oh,
on
go
back.
on,
Show
I've
me how
never
to
tried.
show me how to make one.
You want
I've never tried
I've
one.
had Andalonian espresso. I can make all kinds of espresso. I don't remember the extras that make
There's
it
no
Andalonian. Show-
extras. It's just that's the only way you can drink coffee. I show you.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What?
he'll
Three cups.
absolutely,
I
like-
make one for the bartender.
I was gonna say both of you reach for the third cup at the same damn time. Okay. Yeah, you can show him how to make an Andalonian espresso, and he does have all the stuff needed for it.
Good. Can I have some
and
of
you
the
get the impression
ingredients?
he kind of did know how. He just wasn't
Yeah.
100% sure he knew.
How can
So it's
you
more
not-
like you're.
Do
Okay.
you cheers or do you
No, you just drink it
You
and
just not-
enjoy it.
not? Is it a
It's
sip
for
or
a
is it
burst of energy. It'll
Whatever
give you
you-
it'll give you a little. It could give you the shakes if you're not used to it.
This will
That's
make me
fine,
a
I can
whole
handle
lot
the
less
shakes.
cranky, I can tell you.
This is you
Used
cranky.
to live on this stuff.
Okay.
You guys all get
Medora's gonna
coffee,
try it
really
the first
fucking
time.
strong coffee. And he was correct. Andalonian espresso is essentially espresso with like a hint of cocoa bean, and
Okay, I didn't know that.
like there is sometimes they add a little like almost an aftertaste of cherry.
Nice.
It's like a
Except it's
fine
coffee.
powder that is sprinkled on that gives it that. It's almost more of a cherry aroma than a real flavor.
There's no alcohol in this, right, Margot?
No, but I can add some if you like. That's called something different, though.
I slide my cup half drunk back across the counter.
Right
I'm
now.
just-
He'll kind of look at
I'm-
you. Whiskey?
I'm thinking of like, well, Cora might like it without. She wanted not alcohol, right? But we could try.
Look, I'm gonna
Maybe
make
we-
this for breakfast from now on if they supply me with the necessary ingredients.
Oh, they're not
so
giving
I
you
can-
the ingredients. They're just
Why
giving
not?
you a
I
mug
can-
of it.
I can't buy. Yeah, but like if he said he has that stuff, can I buy that off of him?
You can't go to a Denny's and buy eggs to
He
take
let me
home.
behind the counter, Askel. You can't do that either.
Hey, we're
Granted.
gonna be here a while. You might need a job. You could always.
If you want to
Me?
work,
Oh,
I
I
can talk
guess.
to the big guy.
If we have nothing better to do, sure. I mean,
I mean,
how
we're
much
happy
do you
to.
pay me?
We are happy to make you more. These are easy and fun and cheap. So, usually all anybody wants is ale.
That's boring.
Disgusting
boring.
stuff.
Well, now hang on. It's I don't know that I would say it's disgusting. It's a classic.
Do you have run, right?
We have rum. Of course, we have rum.
That's a
Then-
classic.
There we go. Do you by any chance have bigger quantities than just one bottle of something?
Like a box.
Like, could
of
we buy
wine.
a small keg or a barrel?
No, not really.
We need a keg.
You know,
We're
we
not
know
so
the
much
manager,
a
right?
supplier as
Oh.
we are a drinking and dining establishment.
Look, we saved your whole town, buddy.
I heard about that. The business with the slavers, right?
Yeah.
Some
Not
of the
just the
sheik's men
slavers.
came in at the crack of dawn, yanking people out of the Sand Voyagers Guild Hall. Is that you?
Oh, I fought most of them myself.
Indeed. Well, I have to hear about this.
Ugh.
And he's already like got out a glass and is subtly just pouring a little bit of mead in there and sliding it over to you.
Is the tactic now that I'm distracting him and Medora's just grabbing the bottles out of the thing, or?
I mean, you tell me.
Um,
He's not giving you bottles. He's giving you
No.
glasses.
Mm-hmm.
You're at a restaurant, not a Walmart.
We know that, but you said we could buy alcohol.
Sure, to drink right here.
Yeah, but you can buy the bottle sometimes.
Can I
You could
convince
buy
him?
like a bottle to take home with you, but not like a keg is more.
Wait, look. Okay, so if I make a distraction by telling him like a flamboyant story about how I'm fighting all the slavers and cultists in the town, and then Medora can do whatever she wants with that.
I'm
Like,
not
this is Marco
really
in his element.
hearing
The
a
guy
question.
asked for a story.
I'm hearing a 5-finger discount suggestion, is what I'm hearing.
I hear that you.
Ah!
I hear
Sorry,
that you
volume
ask
is going to be initially loud.
you ask for stories, and then people end up a little lighter.
Like, I have things like we can roll things for telling stories, you know.
No,
If you
Marco.
want to try stealing, just
Marco,
say so.
keep an eye on your pockets while you tell the story.
Me?
You remember how Key came in here? I'm sure you remember him, right?
Yeah.
Lizard folk.
Oh, you're asking the bartender? Yeah, I remember him.
Told you
The
a
gold
story
scaled
or
element
two.
guy, right?
Drank a load of stuff, and then
Yeah,
Went
he made a
out
bit
a
of a
little-
spectacle. The
Mm.
boss, well, I won't say the boss was working him, but the boss was working
hey,
him.
you're talking to us. We know
So
how
I
it
am.
goes.
And I will note, by the way, when I said there's not a lot of people, there are literally 2 patrons right now, not counting yourselves.
Well, we were thinking, what if we were to, take a few bottles off your hands, for a price, of course. We can tell you a story of how everything's happened, but you
I
also
think
need
you got
to.
me mistaken for the boss. He likes that kind of thing, and it's his establishment. If that's what he wants to do, he can do it. I don't really have that kind of authority. I just make drinks, well, I don't even make the food. That's Cookie in the back. I make
Then if
drinks
you
and I
don't
sell
have
drinks.
the authority, I think we need your manager.
Better to ask forgiveness than, you know what I mean.
Who's gonna
But then
stand
we're
on
gonna be
Marco's
colleagues soon
toe.
anyways.
Right now well, come back around dinner time and the boss should be out here.
It'll be too late.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that.
You guys aren't very good at this.
Yeah.
Both of them made the same __ I'm not impressed with this face.
It's with this face because literally hospitality.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
What if I?
What's the situation anyway? You trying to put a little party together or something?
Exactly.
Why don't you host it here?
Because it's less of a party and more of a long-time reunion.
Hey, we get that kind of thing here. If you
Yes,
want, I
but you
can
also get
reserve
all
a
of
couple
these
tables
here.
for you.
No,
No.
we
Oh,
would like
no.
to be able to come here and eat, maybe, but not for this.
I get it. Hmm.
Sometimes it's a gathering of people that need to not be.
Hey, if this is something illegal, I don't want to
No.
know.
You know
Some of us
what?
get real rowdy, you know, the adventuring types. We wouldn't want to trash your whole place.
Sure. You kidding? We get the adventuring. Hogan practically caters to them.
And have you ever lost anyone?
Lost anyone?
Like permanently gone?
From our cooking staff? No.
In your life? What do? Just stand here all day, every day?
I work for Mr. Hogan.
Oh, so nothing ever happens to you?
Didn't say that. I had a couple folks try to hold up the place. Never ends well for them. Oh gosh. Usually, the worst that happens is people can't hold their liquor, and gotta have them removed. We're a bar. I don't.
And we're trying to buy alcohol. Like, what more do you want from us?
You know, you can just
Hey,
charge
I'm
us
happy
the
to sell
amount
you
of
alcohol.
drinks you can get out of the bottle, and then give us the bottle.
I
You know,
don't
when
think I
the
understand
gloomy
what
guys sit in the
problem
bar
is.
and say, leave the bottle, and you pay the price for that, that's how that works.
I mean, I can sell you bottles of whatever you want. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, why did you? Why was this so difficult? Oh my god.
He did say he can sell you bottles. He said he won't sell you a keg. That's all he said.
Okay,
So mean.
we will buy bottles.
Never
No tip
send
for
them
this guy.
shopping together again.
Fine.
It's literally you guys' fault. He said right out the gate.
I
he'd
feel
sell
like
it to you.
I didn't hear anything about that. No.
To be
Maybe
fair, he
maybe my
made it
Zoom cut
sound
out
like he
again.
wouldn't sell
Yeah, you made it
bottles
sound
'cause
like
you were like, it's in a cup. I don't want it in a
Yeah,
cup.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not carrying 10
What you
cups
paid for
across the
thus
desert.
far? You said, "Can
we didn't
buy a
pay for
bottle?"
anything. He was inviting
We
us.
haven't paid for
Well,
nothing.
that's true. That's true. I'll give you that. Okay,
We're not shopping.
that you got
We
me.
are
You got me on
freeloading.
that. However, at no point has he declined to sell you booze.
Fine.
It's only he won't sell you like the supply. He's not going to give you a barrel of something.
Okay, that's not what
I
we
mean,
meant. Sorry.
Right, fine.
Well,
I see.
someone said something about a
Misunderstanding.
keg, and he said, "No, we can't sell you a keg."
It was an example. She cited. We're buying bottles. Okay, give us like whatever. 3
Give
cheap, 2
me-
moderate, 1 fine, or whatever.
2 fine. There's 2 of us. Give us 2
You've
cheap,
been told.
2 mid, 2 fine.
You can just buy that off the menu, I believe.
Fine. I'm buying it.
Yeah, but
Two what?
that's drinks technically off the menu, right? So you should.
Is what?
Bottles or individual portions of drink?
I believe, yeah, the fine alcohol. So those are bottles. The
Maybe
ones that
make-
are just generic, like fine alcohol.
Oh,
mid
so
alcohol.
Marco
Those are,
drank
Okay.
like 2 whole bottles of liquor last time he was here.
Hey Marco, I got this. This was my idea. I'll pay.
All right. I get you
You buy
next
the
time.
food though.
Oh, we buy food. That's right.
Cora needs some cheese and bread or something, or sparkling grape. Do you have any sparkling grape juice?
Can I just buy like 1 feast and that would be enough for the party, right? If I buy the
So,
item menu.
food has to be like they don't
They
box
don't
it.
do
It's
to-go?
fresh. Like they have bowls of soup. They have like if you're looking
Okay,
to
then
buy.
Then on the
So
way
it's like
home,
think restaurant. It's a restaurant. If you're buying
Yeah, yeah,
food,
yeah.
you're buying like a restaurant meal.
then on the way home, let us go to the ingredient shop, I guess.
And you guys, I believe you guys have look for food. You don't have to spend money on that. You don't have to go to the store and be like, I'm gonna pick out.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
this
Thank
one
you.
right
I'm
here
buying
and-
stuff,
But like if you're looking for cooked food, you kind of
No.
have to eat it here.
finger food and stuff.
If you're looking right, okay, then yeah, you could probably buy some cheese or bread here. But
Yeah.
like their
Cora
main
loves
food
cheese and
items
bread.
like stew or prepared like prepared food, they're just not gonna have that.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Also, our school, my shopping is not actually going to inventory, but I have bought 2 bottles of each.
Is it going to
It looks
the
like it went to
shed?
Old Medora according to chat. It's
Oh.
bugged out again. I don't know why it does this.
It's alright, I'll drag it.
We
I've got it.
haven't had a
I've got it.
technical blip for like an hour, so you know.
We almost made it an hour.
It's okay, I found it. I'm grabbing it. Don't panic. I
What
found.
the hell, Tech? Why? Anyway,
Fine. That'll be all. Okay, thank you for the coffee. Goodbye.
pleasure seeing you. Come back
Look.
anytime.
When we're walking, I'm gonna be like, oh, geez, we gotta really get a routine for that kind of thing. That was way too rough.
Honestly, what is in this coffee?
Did you
Medora
get
is
the-
Medora
starting
starting the tap tap tap.
Medora is
shaking
like
knee.
balls.
Thin it down next time.
Espresso is the king of coffee, and Andalonian espresso is the king of espresso. You basically had a medieval 5-hour energy.
Did Marco put any booze? When I slid the glass back across, did Marco pour anything in?
Well, I mean, I'm not the bartender, so I don't think I could just grab
He
the stuff.
offered whiskey.
The guy offered whiskey, yeah, so I would have added whiskey.
Yeah,
I
so
guess.
not only am I slightly shaky, but I'm also
I
there
mean,
was yeah.
an espresso mixed with whiskey is not gonna hit Medora that hard, is it?
That depends on how much. Actually, no, it's Medora. No, that's not going to hit Medora that
No.
hard.
The whiskey not at all.
The
coffee,
caffeine
yes.
might. The whiskey,
Yeah,
not.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, also depends on if you've eaten today. Anyway.
Yeah.
No.
No, not really.
I thought, wasn't the girl much nicer?
There wasn't what the girl wasn't in today.
No. When we were here the other day, she was so much nicer. She told me so much stuff.
You mean Rose?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, this guy didn't seem really bright, did he? We should come back sometime this weekend. Check on Hogan.
Yeah, but if it's Hogan, then I'm definitely leaving my valuables somewhere else.
Rude.
Why, did he take something?
I don't know. That guy did say he likes to work his customers. I can't be bothered to watch my pockets and try and have a conversation.
Get my suspicions about him.
So,
Anyway,
as you guys are.
we can set up. Marco you were really excited the other day about the pipe in the tent. Did you
No.
smoke?
Why? Yes.
Did you want any for later?
I think
don't know.
we still have some tobacco. I share.
Okay. I think that's everything then.
We'll say. You know what? I'll randomize it. We'll say 1d4 gold will get you the supplies you need
Yeah.
at the bazaar.
So I'm paying for the food. Just tell me and I'll remove that.
You do good. I
Nice.
should have known. The two charisma monsters are able to haggle and end up spending exactly 1 gold piece to get enough food and party supplies, whatever you're.
I don't
you know.
even know if it's charisma at this point. It's just Medora runs her mouth and Marco then runs his mouth, and this shopkeep is just like.
I'm still tickled that you guys went into Walmart, went past all the grocery shopping to the built-in Subway to try to buy bulk
Look.
food and drink.
I checked
all your
all
olives,
of the
please.
shops and there was no alcohol anywhere except Hogan's Bar.
To be fair, that is correct. Alcohol is not for sale outside of the bar.
Which
Oh.
is rude. Some of us specifically wanted that.
It's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
But okay. So
Don't know,
Cora and Key.
They see us rambling away with bottles.
Do we need to? You guys kind of already had a conversation while doing exactly what you're doing. Is there more you guys want to?
I wouldn't be talking to Key. No, I'd be practicing something.
Oh,
Are you doing backflips?
Cora would be like on this wall or this wall. She's gonna practice her new ability she got.
cool note. Can I just say that I dragged the token straight? Like I didn't make waypoints or move it. I just dragged
So-
it
through the wall.
Okay, she's gonna start here and run here and then go straight up the wall as far as she can.
Using wall run.
Using wall run. And she's just gonna
During
practice.
this movement, you can run up vertical surfaces at your full speed.
Wow.
yeah.
What
So-
the fuck?
Yo, what up?
Cora
Coward.
does a couple of practice where she just sort of step, backflip, step, backflip, and then step, all the way to the top, and is just standing on top of what's
Yeah, I'll
left
just
of
be
the
up here for a little bit. I
just
did
run
it!
straight up it.
And no one's paying
What was
attention.
in
So
that
she's
coffee?
so she's just like, yeah.
No, I saw that too. That looks like
This
Cora
no,
on
this
the-
this would have been while everyone else. This is not sequential. These are simultaneous.
Key would have
Oh.
maybe noticed, but
I'm not giving
I
a
leave
shit.
it.
He's too busy
He's
putting
like,
like,
okay.
healing balms together. He's just like, very nice, Cora. Yes, well done.
Key's like, I can float. What do you want?
I did
I would
it!
say-
Yeah.
People interacting with Key, like the customers, are the ones that are like,
Don't worry about her.
Yep.
She'll be a customer soon.
oh,
Yeah, and I'll
no.
just keep practicing that, and that's pretty much all I'm doing.
Okay. In that
kind
Get
case,
tips for this. Healing and a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of customers does Key get? Like adventuring
not the
types or
kind who are
just
going to
Oh,
be
wait.
giving tips.
Anything up here, like a hidden item?
No.
make
Oh,
a
like a
perception
hidden
check?
treasure chest.
But
or
from up
something?
there, like looking down, you can see the interior of the temple.
Actually, yeah, I'll just sit up here for a while and watch everybody.
It's a great view. You can see the top of Hogan's Desert Igloo. You can make out, since you can see over the wall of the compound,
Mhm.
you can make out the monolith amid the trees. You can see the forested area where the oasis itself is. You can see the nomad camp. Like, you've got a pretty good view up here of the entirety of the oasis.
Yeah, and you know what? Should pull out that holy symbol. Just kind of set it nearby. Just kind of lay down and relax up here.
Okay.
That's it.
On that note, is there anything else you guys want to do before we move forward to the evening?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, let's pause here and take our quick break. And when we come back, it'll be around evening time back at your tent, and we'll see how that goes. It's us. We're
Hi.
back.
Surprise! You were expecting
Someone else.
not us.
But it's a surprise. It is us.
I should probably have like some kind of fitting music going, huh? I probably should have done that earlier, huh?
You had time.
Okay, you've
Yeah.
got time to work out what this would be.
Yeah.
Is there like an in-universe Spotify that we can just be like, have a magic box, play some music?
Called a bard.
I was gonna say, but
Oh, there is a bard
Yeah.
in town. Maybe let's
yeah,
not
he was
get...
really insufferable.
Yeah, I don't think you
Unbelievable.
want him here.
Technically,
Oh.
I'm trained on many things.
I'm
And
proficient
I'm
with
good
hammers.
at performance. Okay, you hammer the loot and I'll do
I
interpretive
was
dance.
more thinking drums, but sure.
And Ashley, can you zoom observer into like the room?
Can I?
It-
Can you?
Yes.
Can we assume that Marco prepared some finger food then from the stuff we bought?
I mean, it's up to
But-
you guys what you've bought. I am gonna advance time to. Let's see.
Spicy camel jerky.
That was 2 o'clock. Let's move things forward to 8 o'clock.
Should I let the skull participate? Probably not. I'll keep him in my sleeves.
I don't
I
even
mean,
know if you told
He
us
might come
about
up
the
in
skull, right?
conversation. Yeah, where did you get that from?
Don't worry about
Anyway, yeah. We'll ask that in
No, we
character.
don't know. I don't know shit.
Did E3 not see that?
I was alone when I took it.
Oh, but didn't you tell us?
Yeah,
feel like-
probably. It sounds like
Yeah,
me.
So
I feel like we.
da, 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 da. I'm gonna. Hey, E3, would you like left hand or right hand?
Can I
Huh?
keep both?
No, it's for a choice.
Right.
Okay. I'm dropping a bottle via the stash, but basically, hey, here's a bottle of something.
Okay. What did I get?
It's some mid
Oh,
alcohol,
there's stickiness.
AKA
Oh, mid.
Damn it.
My
ale
favorite.
or Ithri's drink of choice. Maybe a dark and stormy type warming ginger ale plus something.
Definitely
Ooh.
mead, but a spiced one.
There you go. That's exactly what I got. Spicy mead. Nailed it.
Why is the tent
Thank
going
you.
all dark?
If you want to
suddenly?
take that out of the dash, key, left or
Yep.
right,
I'm gonna say left.
you get a cheap bottle of
Yeah.
something.
I like cheap somethings.
I don't know what key requested, but it was cheap.
Meat.
Cheap
You
meat.
also got a drink though.
Fermented meat.
Meat flavored.
Oh,
But you can
God.
have that out of the stash because I think the alcohol actually does have effects.
I can't seem to open up the party stash.
Click
Yay.
the actors tab, and then hit the open sheet next to
Yeah.
Valkyrie.
In the time you advance, could I have also set up my tent, and then I'll put it in the party stash to have the item there.
What do you mean set up?
Like,
He's sleeping in it
Don't
tonight,
you-
I think is the point.
yeah, isn't that what you do with tent? Or is like, do we have all our stuff in here for like?
Yeah, all your stuff has been in here. Like this is
Okay,
this
well
has
then,
been for you
then
guys
I'll
to-
keep it for traveling then, I guess. And I guess Ithri hasn't reported back if he needs like a place to work.
I mean, if you want to get in there, you can sleep in your own tent. It's just not going to be anywhere near the luxury that you
No,
get
I
here.
like I would have stolen all the pillows, but like,
Okay.
I've stolen all
It's
the
gonna be that
luxury.
guy who like checks out of a hotel with all of their bars of soap and their shampoo and like
Why would they
Couple
give you
blankets.
pillows
The
if they don't want you to
bathrobe.
take them?
but I think I
Um,
misunderstood the.
Cora, here's your grape juice. Junko, I'm assuming you want your own tea.
I'm fine with what I have, thank you. And she's been
Okay.
like with that brazier, it's basically been a cooking fire as far as she's concerned. Also, you can use it for like if you want to roast any of the raw meat that you guys bought before it goes bad. Think of it as a Korean barbecue.
Could somebody open this grape juice for me? I have a bad feeling. Thank
I
you.
mean, sure. Yeah, I'll open it for you. There's a trick to it. If it's sparkling.
What is it?
Yeah,
What's the trick?
try and if it's corked, you hold the cork into the bottle while you twist.
Oh, it was a screw on top. I mean, thank you.
Oh, in that case.
You're screwed.
So I don't really know what you guys want to know, but maybe Marco, you're newest. You go first.
Right. Let's get the uncomfortable questions out of the way first.
Aren't
Do you
you
guys
supposed
have
to
any?
start on like an easy one and then work up to that?
No, because it's gonna be more fun later on. We're gonna forget all about this. I'd just like to know if you had any casualties on your travels.
All of us.
Am I replacing somebody or am I expanding?
Yes.
I don't.
I see. I hit the spot with that question.
Yeah, hang on, let me drink.
Well, yeah.
So, we had a druid who stayed behind healthy, although I don't know if that's still the case. We had, because time is weird, that was in a different timeline.
I think she's still in Hummelbank.
Yeah.
In the Grove, I would think.
Yeah, we had we
Well,
lost...
she didn't die, but
No, yeah.
well, yeah.
I don't know if she met us because time. But
Right,
yeah, anyway.
Maybe her friends lived if that never happened.
Yeah, let's ignore timey-wimey stuff because it just gets complicated. We had a wizard friend who we lost because he wizarded too hard. I don't really understand what happened there.
So I was a replacement
the
too.
Devourer's magic.
He got too involved with the Devourer and was devoured.
We lost another friend druid in I don't even know what it was that killed she got dragged through a ceiling and we never saw her again. Ghosts?
I think that was the Devourer too.
And Ithri.
Yeah.
Somewhere in your psyche is acknowledgement. It wasn't her, it was her father.
Oh. Yeah, it was Dad.
But that was before we went back in time.
Yeah, well, I mean, we also had a ranger friend who went back to his people. And then most of us have died, but we came back.
Then let me drink to your fallen comrades.
I'll drink to that.
Me too.
This is really fizzy.
What about you, Marco? Have you lost? We know a little bit about Key's loss.
Well, I've been on more and less successful adventuring parties.
More or less.
Right, some of them
More or
didn't
less.
make it out,
We know.
But you did?
Yeah, of course, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
People you cared about.
More or less, I guess. I don't stick around for too long usually.
I've got one
What's
for you,
too long
Marco.
and where are we?
It was two people
He-
at the same time, sorry.
I've got one for you, Marco. Have you ever, during one of these escapes, have you ever prioritized treasure over someone's life?
Treasure over someone's life? No, that I have not done.
You are welcome
Scrutinize.
to-
Insight. No, I
Suspicious.
was joking.
You can do sense motive if you wish.
No,
The
it's
funny
all
thing
good.
is, there's no roll required for him.
Yeah.
I'll do
It's
it then,
against
yeah.
the DC. I'm just going to let you know the DC is going to be 10 plus Marco's deception or diplomacy modifier.
Wait, Asko, but I also have... Don't I have a thing that influences that?
He also knows your manager.
But that's not something that I can talk about.
I don't
that
know if
doesn't
that's relevant in this.
the default DC without other features. In fact,
Okay.
no, I'm sorry. Sense motive is always deception, even if it's the truth. It's their deception DC.
Interesting.
If they're naturally duplicitous, they're hard to read whether they're telling
Oh,
the truth
shit.
or not.
Okay, so even if I'm telling the truth, they might
They're-
misinterpret it.
It's based on your
This
deception plus 10, which is
What do we roll?
not low. Oh, for you, it's a blind perception roll to sense motive. So under skill action dialogue, make sure you've got blind and perception sense motive. Like Medora, you feel like that's being spoken in earnest.
Ithri chooses to believe.
So does Cora.
Yeah, the die roll is only for people who are actively like, do I believe that though?
Yeah.
Did Key roll or did Key believe?
Yeah. Key
Ah.
rolled. I'm reading because you actually used the action, so I want to make sure I account for.
We learned 2 fun facts about Mark.
You also get a strong sense that Marco is speaking in earnest, maybe surprisingly. Honestly, since you two rolled, that implies suspicion, which probably means in both cases, surprisingly.
I'll drink to the integrity.
Ithri,
Hello, that's me.
why were you thrown out of your clan?
I wasn't.
But you always make it sound like you can't go home.
Okay. So, do you remember when I chopped this off? Because it was my birthday?
Your chin.
Yeah. Ithri's not had a jaw for the last 6 months.
Tongue's just hanging out. Like,
I didn't think
I didn't notice.
you chopped it off because it was your birthday.
Yeah.
Is that
I left home when I shouldn't have, and on my birthday I was supposed to I came of age, so I was supposed to take on the responsibilities of taking over the family business. And I'm not there. So it's not that I can't go home. I if I went home, people would be pissed off. I mean, I think people are pissed off, and if I went home, I'd have to face that. But it's not like outcast, shunned. Well, I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't know. I've never done this before. I've never heard of anyone doing this. It's sort of a
Did
break of tradition.
Did you have to sneak out in the middle of the night?
I wasn't in prison.
Down a rope of tied together pillows?
No, I wasn't. No.
Oh,
what stories have you been
probably
reading?
should take the pillow out of the casing before you make a rope next time.
Yeah,
Mm,
no, I did that.
that sounds awkward.
I mean, that's what you do, yeah.
Oh, I see where the questions are coming from. No, I simply went out, and then the out was further than I'd said it was going to be.
Do you want to go back?
Yes. Well, yes. But I need something to take home first. So,
If you go, will you stay back?
yes. As long as I'm allowed. I hadn't thought that I wouldn't be until you asked the question, to be honest.
So you would. You would just go home?
I
And-
mean,
and
just
stay
going
there?
home is very, very. So I am looking for a legend that my brother found. If I can find that, I can take it to him, and I know at least he will. I think he'd understand anyway, but I think he'd be boosted by that boon.
That's
A
the one we
legend?
saw in Barovia, right?
No, do you remember the maps? Were you there for the maps? Remember, I was finding the maps of.
No, your brother.
Oh yes, the brother. Yes, that brother. Yes. I only have one. Torin.
What was the legend?
It's imagine the most generic dwarven legend you can think of. There is a special place which has a special material which has special properties.
Holy rocks.
Big
Sort of.
beard.
Yeah, there is a legend. There is a legend of a material that could be very special for smiths specifically, which
We brought the
sort of has
grape
ties.
juice, right?
You brought the grape juice from Legend, no?
You didn't put anything in the grape juice, did you, Marco?
No, I did not.
No spiking the grape
Checking.
juice. So yeah,
Cora.
but we are
Okay.
very far away from that location. And even if we were near it, I don't have enough to go on. And there's problems going home, potentially. But one day, it's always been my aim to go home.
Well, if you want, I would be glad to help you find it. That sounds fun.
Thanks. Let's have the world not require us to be elsewhere first.
I want to do
Yeah.
that next. No more
Just-
fire and desert.
Good luck.
More rocks and metal.
I like the desert.
Then
It's very comfy out here for some of us.
We don't get to walk Kairek.
the Norns don't care what you want. They put you where they want you.
The what?
Fate. I think fate is the closest translation.
I don't mind the heat so much, but it's pretty dry out here.
It's true. What about?
Okay, Ythri, you
well,
you ask a question.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna, instead of asking a different question, I'm gonna reflect that question to everyone else. What's everyone's plans? Big plans as after saving the world or revenge or adventure. Where does everyone want to retire?
I'm gonna find my
Retire.
village, and if they're alive, bring them home, and we won't talk about it if they're not alive.
Mm-mm.
Also, what's retire?
Is what you do when you stop being an adventurer.
Marco?
Why would you stop?
Don't understand.
Exactly. The world always needs saving.
Yeah, most people can't keep saving it forever.
I guess.
But then maybe the question does not come up anymore.
Adventurer till the end. I mean, that's, I guess, a retirement.
I think if I ever got that far, I'd probably return to my temple and offer what services I could there.
Healing
I mean,
on the rug.
I mean, we know what
Healing.
Cora's retirement's going to be because we ran away from it.
Oh. She'll kind of like glance at Junko. I don't really know what's gonna happen yet with that. But I
Okay,
want to
but
keep.
we're sharing now, Cora. Marco doesn't know what that is. Do you want to share?
Through the footnotes version.
She's kind of looking at Junko like, well, I guess from my perspective, I was being raised to, I assume, to inherit the throne in Eminence. But I don't really know. It kind of got complicated.
When my
Our-
father is done with it, there may not be much of a throne to inherit.
Yeah. Archael turned out to not want to give that up. I don't even know if that's what I was supposed to go there for. That's just what I think everybody kept telling me. But I would just rather keep exploring and adventuring for a really long time.
So you're a princess on the run, eh?
Not technically a princess. That would be Junko.
Not anymore.
What about you, Medora? Where are you retiring?
I don't know.
Oh.
Plenty of time to find out, I suppose.
You've got a home to go back to.
Hopefully.
I don't think I have that. Maybe adventure to the end then.
I mean, you can always make a home.
Wherever I'm going, Medora, you're always welcome to go to.
I'd like that. I think. If you're sure you want me.
Of course.
So you were born a pirate? Is that what I heard earlier?
It's complicated.
Isn't it always?
I don't remember not being a pirate. But I guess it's been a long time since I guess I decided. That's why I joined the Valkyrie. I'd been on the ship and then Cora's told me it was slavery, not freedom. Like I thought that was a family of sorts, but it's a ship, and and there's no one else, and then you bring people on board, and they go, and more people come and go, and then the Valkyrie were using magic and fighting for saving people. And
Pirates in Andalon used to do the same thing until Corvania put a stop to it.
Really? That's not how I remember the stories.
Well, that's how history remembers the stories.
Isn't
There is definitely, like, I'm not Ava, I can't put it there, but there is an edge to that last statement from Junko.
doesn't the history depend upon? Isn't it from the perspective of who wrote it?
Apparently not.
More than one person can write history.
I guess, Marco, I wasn't really a pirate. I don't think I was. I don't think they would count me as slave, but they wouldn't count me a pirate. It was just a, hey, you're good at something that's useful. Do this for us. Do that for us. Go tell those people not to fight back. Go tell them to stop. Surrender.
Do you want to have been a pirate? I don't mind if you touch up your resume.
I guess being a pirate's not the problem. The freedom could have been there. But I guess that's what I chose when I left. And I wouldn't change that. Like I said, drink.
I'll drink to that.
I think even Junko will take a sip of her tea.
But
She's been kind of stubbornly refusing to drink except when she chooses to up till this point.
Yeah,
That's the first time she
anybody
actually
else is
gets on
drinking.
board. And
Have any of you changed your god?
Yeah.
And have any of you faced consequences for it?
I found a god.
I'm so happy Ava isn't here to have to answer that question.
Oh my
Because
god.
what a malicious, horrid thing to ask Junko.
Yeah.
Hey, some people are asking for self-preservation.
She's gonna go
reasons.
check the perimeter. You know what? Junko's just
Yeah,
gonna
I
get up and
think-
go check the perimeter for a little bit.
Like I said, not answering a question can also be noted as an answer.
I found a god.
Which one?
The great Stella, of course, the one who has blessed us on this journey.
How did you do that?
Well, she
Look in
found.
the sky, forehead.
Yeah, she found me. She's.
We're in a tent, forehead.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
there she is.
Yeah, look at it
Hi,
right
Stella.
Sorry.
No, truth be told, she found me. I left my village a long time ago before the disaster, searching for new ways of healing, of power, of general exploration more than anything. A very a childish dream at the time, but I was a child at the time, so I'm sure it can be forgiven. And after wandering the desert for many days and nights, more than I had rations for, I collapsed, and when I woke, I was in a temple to Stella, found by some of my now fellow acolytes. They'd brought me back to health, taught me of her ways, and from then on, I've worshipped the moon goddess as though she was my own mother.
Is
You
that
just. Oh, go ahead.
is that like a choice? Could you stop if you wanted to?
I guess I could, but why would I want to?
I just wondered if you were bound.
No, there's no contract, as it were, or anything deep along those lines. No, it's more an appreciation, respect, and certainly a gratitude for her saving my life at the time where my life would have been taken by the land.
Why'd you ask this, Three? Is that why you never take the necklace off?
I can't. It is bound to me because I am bound to Odin. He sent me back.
Like
so.
the cloak? Or like...
More metaphysically rather than actually physically. But
So you can't take it off even when you want to like bathe?
I can like move it. It's not.
It's stuck right
it's not
here.
stuck. I'm not Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
Were you always a
Not
follower of Odin, or is this a new
No.
thing since your
Well,
build before?
I
know Loki was like blah 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 blah.
So my pantheon is slightly more complicated than I think most, and I didn't really follow anyone. I wasn't pledged to anyone. I was plagued by Loki.
That is how it looked.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to plague back as well, but yeah, no, it's
No, I'm a plague.
it's I guess where fate sent me, and then Odin sent me back. I don't really know why, but
So just to be clear, you've got an amulet you can't take off because it's curse bound to your body by a god. Cora's got Loki. That's a whole other kettle of lizards. Medora's got...
that was who was in my head for a bit.
Okay, excellent. So Cora's god's also been in your head, right? Junko clearly
Loki's not
left.
my god.
No, that's her mum.
But
That's my mom.
I knew that one.
And we'll open up that envelope at another time. Junko's clearly got some kind of problem because the question was asked and she left. Medora's got tentacle
Out of this.
eldritch. What? Have I got the only nice god?
So, a long time ago, I sort of followed Poseidon, I guess.
Was he nice?
I don't really know. Like, I was told that was who we just kind of, safe passage and all. I don't think it was really a religious following, more of an excuse. But then, you know how Ayu's is just permanently... I'm going to choose my words carefully because he clearly has an interest here. But Ayu's was part of the reason that we struggled so much before with trying to... Would you guys call it saving the world or just righting the wrongs? Like what? We fixed a thing, and Ayu's had an interest, and
yeah,
I guess I have a talent for mouthing off at people, and he tried to throw me into the outer rifts. And I don't mean that as a metaphor, like he literally opened a hole to the rifts and said go, and I said no, piss off, and it worked. But I guess I saw things, and then we were sent to Barovia, and I spent some time in my head, and I guess not in my head, and something from the outer rifts was still with me in a way. And I guess now that's what's powering the. I don't really get where it comes from. It's not something I could do before, but it's been happening for a while.
Is it nice?
It's not nice. We had a chat in a dream, I guess, and it appeared to me as me and then Junko.
I mean, it's
And
not
then
like
worms.
I use.
It's not like I use, but occasionally I see time, which is a lot. It's a lot. Sometimes I see lots of different times at once, and sometimes I've seen lots of time in a long way. And I guess that's not what I was expecting. But it's not bad.
I don't think you can be touched by a god and have something expected happen.
I mean, I don't. So it's not a god that I'd really heard of or talked about much before. So I don't think I'd want them to turn up. I know
Hey,
they
what's up, girl?
kind of. I know they kind of. You said when I nearly died. I think it was you, Cora. You said that they came back, and then Key as well. But that wasn't me. That was them. But I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was them either. It's very strange.
It was very wrathful,
I think it was protective.
but in a self-preservation kind of way.
They don't feel evil. It doesn't feel like Ayus or Loki. It doesn't feel mischief or.
Even as Medora is
Ayus.
saying this, specifically Ithri and Cora, you notice the shadows being cast by the fire on the edges of your tent are sort of moving. Less like flames, more like 1,000 tendrils of something else reaching out of the darkness. Not toward you, just like they've taken on a maddening life of their own. But it could just be a trick of the light, you know? There's a lot of smoke in here, and since some of you guys are smoking, there's some secondhand highs going on as well, so you know.
So what's everybody's favorite sweet treat or dessert?
I mean, yeah, this has got a little bit somber, hasn't it?
I was only going to ask if Marco, what do you believe in?
I have less of a, I'm not that religious. I have more of a role model. Caden Kaleen, if you've heard of him. He
Have we
became
heard
a
of him?
god.
He became a god.
He became a god. And he doesn't remember how, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd have read up on that.
That's good.
Sorry, I might be going too literal again. He actually became a god, or became a god in the
Yes.
form of he's now just well known?
No, there's shrines dedicated to him. He passed the trials. There's a way for mortals to become deities. Apparently.
Oh,
Cora, that should not be at all surprising to you. You literally worshipped one.
Oh.
right. It's called being a god king. I mean,
Okay. Staying with the favorite pudding though, because I don't want to cry or have nightmares or cause nightmares. That wasn't the point. Is to get
all
to
the
know
shadow
each
tentacles
other.
withdraw.
Oop, my bad.
Medora's like,
sorry.
Yep, whatever listening entity literally was like, oop.
Oh, sorry.
All Stella did for me was came to me while I was sleeping and told me I was a champion.
Look, they also came to me when I was sleeping, but maybe not tell me I was a champion. I don't know. What is good pudding?
I personally like we have a treat out here. It's It's kind of like sugared peanuts and other kind of like spices thrown on this. It's quite a nice delicacy from where I'm from in the desert.
Why do you not like ice cream? It's so hot.
What's ice cream?
I don't think they have that here in the desert.
Yeah. They have the
What?
dehydrated ice cream.
Yeah, oh no. There's
Oh, one of them.
rice pudding from where I come from. If you guys didn't notice, by the way, Junko did sort of slink back and
Yeah, I did.
keep to herself, but
Pudding made of rice.
Oh, I have rice.
I
We
think
can.
there's sugar and some honey.
You can cook it, right, Junko?
That's good.
I mean, I should. Last time I
No.
tried, everything went wrong.
Can I?
But if we ever go to Corvania, I know where you can get it good.
Is that your
I-
favorite?
Yeah.
I like
Sorry,
spice.
Ava, it's your favorite now. Deal with it.
Rewriting
like
the
a whole
narrative.
backstory
Yeah,
depending on
fuck.
something else.
I don't know, man. Apparently she likes rice pudding.
I posted a picture in chat because Esco gave me like books on this topic. It doesn't actually say the name. I assume it's like similar to tiramisu. It's just that it has like
Oh yeah,
cocoa in it. No, not cocoa. No, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
like
tiramisu,
cocoa
isn't
powder.
it?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and alcohol, of course.
of course. I can
I wanna
imagine that
try
for
that.
Marco.
That could be
Well-
my new favorite pudding.
I certainly recognize that picture.
God, I wish we had finished making all those culture books for the other countries, because shit,
It'd be helpful, right?
right?
In Saragarda, they do a lot of fruit-based dishes, but I like them well enough. But I really like candies, like taffy
She makes good taffy. Can confirm. Spice
and pancakes. That's
spice.
not really.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's very. Everyone likes pancakes. Spiced cherry pie.
Mm,
You should try the coffee.
No.
getting hungry, Stilly.
Marco made me coffee earlier, and it was cherry, and that was good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I say no. I'll try it. I'll try anything once.
Forgive me if this sounds ignorant, but isn't traditional dwarven coffee basically poison to most other races?
Is it?
Like not in a most literal sense, but more in the sense of it'll just
Depends
kind
on
of-
which part of dwarf country you're in.
yeah, it's got a thickness to it. They'll clog up your throat and stop you breathing. Kind of.
That I'm
Oh,
okay.
I mean,
Or am I just being racist again?
no. I mean,
mean,
it depends.
Uncultured, maybe.
No,
When the dwarf is like, no, that's actually
no.
not too far off.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
fair. What A3 says, I don't know.
we
Um,
dwarven culture isn't really shared because it's not really enjoyed by a lot of other people. We get a lot of comments like, "Is this poison?" or "Why the fuck
a
are you
cultural
putting rocks
side
in
note.
this?"
Given its proximity to Aurelia, a lot of dwarven desserts are imported from Aurelia, which is the one because Aurelia is like steampunk country. Any desserts that are like American, i.e., chemically oriented, come out of Aurelia. So you're going to get a lot of like, well, ice cream probably comes from Aurelia. Put it that way. They've got a lot of
Okay.
unique desserts that are really not good for you.
Mhm.
And I would imagine with its proximity, you see a lot of Aurelian food in Ithri's homeland.
But Ithri's favorite is home-baked cherry spiced pie.
Okay, another fun question. Marco, does your hair go out when it rains?
It goes down a little bit depending on how much it rains, yes.
I wanted to ask that for Cora, because I know that she's fascinated by your hair. And when you're not looking, she's definitely watching.
I love the idea that Cora has at some point secretly asked every other member of the party if they know that question,
Uh,
but has shyly not asked Marco.
There
Guys.
was a scene in the Temple of Amun-Ra when I dove through a waterfall, and I think either Medora or I don't know who else saw it, but there was like a moment where I had basically no hair.
It was Medora and Junko.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
okay.
we can test this. I can make like 2 gallons of water right now.
we-
Can you
maybe
test this?
Marco
can you
doesn't want the
style
shower.
it? Do you cut it?
Well,
Like, what
do you really
happens?
want me to explain how this works?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like
No.
I am what's known as a cinder soul, so that means my body is sort of, kind of charred to the bone. And I grow out a sort of like it's like air, but it starts burning when it gets long enough, so I'll have like a little bit of black charred fuzz, I guess. But it'll
So-
go back on when I dry, and I dry really quick because I have a very high body temperature.
Oh, that's why Cora wanted you to rub up against that wall.
I'm sure that's why she wanted that, yes.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
You
that.
said send Marco for the
What?
ice wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He could put it together.
I probably would have used the rapier, burst that in flame, cut a hole in it or something like that.
I
What
think
did-
my
Probably would have
method
worked
worked.
better.
What? Yeah, because I was alone behind a big wall, and then suddenly it exploded.
The
That was
explosion worked well.
me. The scrolls that we found were fireball, and
And just thought,
I was very cross with you all at the time and thought maybe that would help, and it did. I'm not cross with you guys, or at least, yeah, I'm not cross with you guys anymore.
I think we should take those scrolls off of you because I'm not guaranteed to not make you cross again.
Wait, were you cross at me? That's why you fireballed me?
Wait, she
Yes.
fireballed you?
Well, I was on the other side of the wall. Like right next
Okay.
to it.
Cora told me there was a wall of ice, and I just lectured you all on how we really shouldn't go running into stupid fights.
Well, how are we gonna know it was stupid unless we get a look at it?
In hindsight, that's a very good point, but I was very cross with you.
He did offer us an opportunity to run away.
And I'll be honest with you, I was more cross with the three of you that I've been with for so long because what happens if you die?
Well,
we already
mean,
know
the-
that one.
the
Cora
lizard
jumps in
is-
the way.
if I die, I think I go back to Odin's Hall.
What happens to me if all of you die?
I mean,
You stay alive.
I mean, Marco and Kia are great and all, no offense, but you guys are like the first family I guess I've had, so do you know how scary it is to not know?
yes.
Then you understand. And if you don't, I
And-
have 2 more scrolls of fireball.
I'm really good at dodging those.
Point it
Exactly.
at me only, please.
Okay.
You don't have any of the star gems, do you, Monsieur E3?
No, I don't have
Good.
anything important on me.
That's a lie. You're important.
He's
No,
got
I mean,
hammers.
like, I'm not carrying any of the world-saving items. Sorry.
What? Why
And
do you
I'm
ask
sorry for
that,
Huh?
Marco? Why do you
Well,
ask that? Marco?
aren't we supposed to save the world, kind of? Because
Yeah.
you messed up in some temple and released
Okay,
Caletarian?
we were set up. It wasn't completely our fault.
Yeah.
Right.
The
At
no-
least you're trying
that's-
to, fix it.
That's
Sort of blame Keith for that one.
fate tends to, for I think if you're gonna, because you've been with us for a bit now, and if you're gonna hang around, you'll probably should get used to the fact that fate goes, haha, you're fucked, and then you sort of have to just deal with it. To these people specifically, more than
I mean-
anyone I've ever known.
I met everyone here when they fell through some portal thing into a house.
Yeah,
And
had no control over that.
Yeah. Did
And
have
they'd asked-
control over that in that it was that or death.
all I was told is that I just needed to guide people through the desert. No one said anything about ending the world.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
weirdly the choice was taken away, and we were told it's that or death.
We get a lot of that. Like
That's
you,
what I'm. Me.
that or death. And then it happens again, over and over.
Oh, yeah.
But
Really, I do this sort of voluntarily.
If you hang
I
around with
know.
us for long enough, that'll probably change.
Hey, but I'm proud of you, Marco.
What?
You could have left, and you didn't.
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't leave you in a dungeon. Inside check.
It looked it looked very close for a second, but I'm really proud of you.
Oh, I didn't see any
Or
of
not.
that.
Yeah, I was just prepping a ladder in case we needed an escape route later. For all of us, you know.
Smart.
I think
Very
we
smart.
all have our roles in a fight, and I just prefer to stay where I can, be in contact with everybody. And Ithri gets right up in there, so I want to keep him safe.
I guess I was just cross with you guys because Key didn't know how bad it was gonna be with the Red Aruxi. And to be fair, now that I've talked to him, that's pretty bad. Like, he knows. He knows about the rift and things, and I don't want him to bring that power here. But Marco at least was getting out of the fight. I was scared you guys would. All of you. And she's just gonna like eyeball Junko as well.
I am happy to leave a fight. I'm not too proud to run. I just need to be the last one out.
Same.
And who else needs to be the last one out?
That's the problem.
I could just like ride on Ithri's shoulders, and then we could like both be out at the same time.
I mean, you are the fastest thing I've seen in a lifetime. A short, admittedly, lifetime, but
When I was trained, it was to be. I was taught to be the last one out. To protect my team while they escape. It
Okay,
is
but
the
we
only way I know.
We can't all be the last one out. There
Yeah,
can only be
that is the
one last
problem.
one out.
You
that's
see
why
I
we
was
get
a little
stuck.
bit cross.
Yeah,
Right. Here's what we do next time. If we need to
we need
escape,
a code word.
I'll happily pick up Cora, and I feel like I could just throw Cora.
You could try and
And
pick up
through-
Cora, and she'll be miles away before you could move.
But that works as well, because then she's still miles away.
That's
She's
fair,
run away.
that's fair.
Perfect.
Maybe we need a code word, something really clever and cunning, like "run away."
Banana split.
Banana split.
Get out!
That's the
I
new
like
party
that.
name is Banana, and then Banana
I
split.
I like that because somewhere in the overarching heavens of this world, I felt the rumble of a really annoyed GM. So banana split it is.
Banana split. I think, yeah.
That's one of the desserts we have in Saragarda.
I mean, it's fruit based. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Seems it wouldn't be difficult to split a banana.
Yeah, you split it, and then you put ice cream in it, and then you put all these sauces on it.
There's that word again.
What? Ice cream?
What's ice cream?
Syrup?
It's cold milk
Banana?
But like flavored and nice.
and hard.
It's milk.
Hard milk.
It's really cold milk. So cold that
Yeah.
it turns into almost ice.
If we get our hands on some ingredients and a bunch of salt, I can make you some, even in the desert.
So
Don't
completely
you
out
have
of
to
character.
shake it
Salt.
a lot?
Yes, salt.
Duh.
Out of character. Yeah, you can use salt. Napoleon's troops did that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've
Can-
never heard of
Now
that?
that I did
No.
not know.
No.
Fucking did that in Girl Scouts.
Hey,
It's just-
this channel does D&D and history lessons.
Usually Alvin has to
Pathfinder.
be here for the history lesson. I'm thrilled.
It
that, like,
takes a lot of shaking, but you can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's a pain in the ass.
Okay, so
Okay, so if things get bad, we'll say banana split, and then we'll go.
yeah,
Okay.
something else Marco asked. You asked how many of us have voices in our head.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it seemed prevalent at the time.
Okay, is this going to just be easier? If you have voices in your head, raise your hand.
Do you mean previously or currently or?
Yeah, what?
What?
So there's.
I thought you said Loki had gone.
Oh, enough of them have a dream guide. It's not really in your head.
I haven't heard from mine in a long time.
I was going to ask that actually. I've had
hear-
Loki. I've had. Yeah, well, I really don't understand any of that transfer stuff.
Kind of got quiet for me when the world changed. I've had a couple of visions since, I guess, but not.
I haven't heard any voices in a long time.
I've seen you talk to Loki in the Temple of Amun-Ra. It's not been that long.
Well, I didn't get a response.
No.
So I just sometimes I
wait,
just
wait.
call out in case they're
But
listening.
out of character,
I
wasn't? I
mean-
feel like there was. Didn't Loki say something when you punched that Minotaur and the heart exploded or something like that?
Oh yeah, it did.
They commented on you, didn't they? And then
I-
after that, you were talking to them when
I
you
haven't-
and Marco were like.
It was
I
after you
haven't,
left the maze that he stopped.
It was the maze, yeah. I haven't since then. I haven't talked to Loki.
That's good.
Loki hasn't talked to you.
That's true, yeah.
Why'd you feel
Not
like
that I
Loki
want
is
Loki
somewhere?
to.
Like,
Fun trivia. Actually, the same game session Junko returned was it was from there forward you stopped getting any responses from Loki.
so it's Junko's
They're
fault.
the
is what
same
you're saying.
person.
Could be.
Jammer.
Mom.
Could be correlation.
Correlation.
Oh shit! Like
Correlation.
it's not the
Yeah.
real Junko. Oh no.
What? Are you guys the only ones allowed to make fucking puns?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
So yeah, I haven't really heard anything in a while.
So you said
mean, every-
Nephil.
Ithri used to turn into a pot plant. I think that was Loki too, wasn't it?
No, I hope not.
You did all sorts of weird stuff. One time you had a
Yeah.
head on your stomach.
The
Yeah,
wings were really cool and cute though.
I
Oh
miss it.
yeah,
I was kind of
Ithri
jealous.
saved me.
I
Marco,
mean,
is this the drink or are they
I
saying what I
don't-
think they're
I
saying?
don't think. No,
It's the
yeah.
voices in their heads.
I used to have chaos happen. I actually don't think it was Loki that did it, but I think it was Loki that took it away.
Are
Oh,
you
gods
glad?
are assholes.
Am I glad?
Are you glad that that's gone?
No. No.
Not glad. You would
No.
rather.
I miss your bubble shouting.
It
Oh.
was a big part of. I mean, I didn't even discover it until. Can't remember the first time it happened. I don't remember what happened the first
Or no,
time.
it was in Sunless
It was.
Citadel.
Was it?
It was after. It wasn't. It never happened in the moat house.
I thought it.
Or no, it did happen in the moat house.
Yeah, I just can't remember what the thing was.
I think it was your second run into the moat house when it happened. It was
Yeah.
after you guys had to like fight to get out.
Yeah, so I mean, it's weird because it was a thing I didn't know I had, but when it arrived, when it showed itself, it made sense, and I thought it had connections to home, and then it went. I was disconnected, and feels like a little bit of me was disconnected.
I get you. And I'm sorry.
I wouldn't change anything that. I wouldn't change any choice I've made. just the price. We all have to pay some price at some point.
Yeah.
One of you mentioned Nephilim not too long ago. Is that why you have wings and you have a halo when we go into a dungeon? I don't typically see people walking around with a literal halo above their heads.
Yeah, that's what that is.
So do you also have wings?
Ah. Yeah. No. I think so. Somewhere.
Oh, you lost them.
Angelic blood can manifest differently in different people, depending on the parent. My wings are
Fucked up is what I would say.
Dora's just gonna like
Cora
elbow
has brighter
Marco real hard.
brighter potential. Less death in Cora.
My wings have come out before. I can't really make them come out when I want them to.
I mean, that first time was horrible.
I think
Yeah.
that was the last time it happened.
I
You
thought
No,
slapped
it was
in
in
the face, like-
It was in Ravenloft.
Yeah, no,
that
there
was an
was. There was
That's right.
a time
that
in
wasn't
camp that
entirely
was...
Cora when that happened in Ravenloft.
Ithri, isn't it? Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
When
Ithri definitely
Cora
doesn't know that.
fucking barbecued someone
Oh.
violently.
Okay, well anyway.
Yeah.
Did Junko just say that?
No, that's incredulous
No.
DM right there.
Yeah, yeah. Lots have happened. Lots has happened.
But yeah, my dad has like 6 wings, so hopefully maybe I'll have at least like 2 again, maybe someday.
Don't necessarily ask for what your parents have.
Okay, but the wings are really cool.
I mean, yeah, the wings are cool.
And I want to fly around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the wings were fun.
So I don't know about you guys. I think we've had a nice bit to drink. Maybe we should call it a night there.
Yeah, sure. I'm getting tired.
Okay.
I can't drink too much because I need to be accurate tomorrow.
I hope during the night all of your gods don't come in your dreams and do cursed things.
Are you tired, Marco?
I could. Are we taking a watches? I could finish my tobacco and then.
Oh. So are you not
Come and
tired?
sit-
Are you tired?
I'll
Are you
come
going to
and sit
bed or
with you.
not?
We can't all
It's
go
okay.
bed at the same time, can we?
I have more questions for you, Marco.
Yeah, you can ask me questions. I just said I will finish my hookah. You can partake if you want.
Are they private questions? Do you need the room?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll stay.
He's just going to kind of like lay back on the pillows and just,
Keith,
if
the
not
bedroom
sleep, then
is
at
through
least.
there.
No, pillows.
Gonna make lizard noises.
Marco, tell me about your
Wait.
parents.
I don't know my parents. I grew up with an old man in a fishing village. I call him my grandpa. I don't know if that's true though.
Wait, really?
Yes.
How did you learn how to dance like that then?
Not as a child.
Okay.
I
Go
learned how to
on.
dance. Huh? I lived in the big. What, do you want the whole story or do you just
Yes!
want? Okay. So
You can dance.
I can do all kinds of things. I grew up in a fishing village in Andalonia, close to the Corvinian border, which is why. Well, Junko is still here, so no, I'm not gonna. You know, there's border disputes and all that. And when the old man who, well, I guess I was taking care of him more than he was taking care of me at the end. When he passed away, I moved to the city. And I took a position as major domo in a entertainment establishment.
I don't know
How
what,
did you do that?
I don't know what
What you
Major
mean?
Domo is.
It's sort of a, head butler, basically. Something
How did
like
you
that.
go
Oh.
from fishing village, fishing little town to becoming a head butler?
I guess, I did a training. It's not like I arrived when I was, 12 years old. So, they still had to teach me stuff, but I learned. And then I guess, when you're 12 years old, I guess they just tell you that you're taking the job. They had to put me to work.
You were working at 12 years old?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
helping out, I
Doris
guess.
just sat there like,
Wait,
Well,
hang
are
on.
you one of those pampered kids, aren't you?
Wait,
Wait, what do you mean?
but hang on, I just need to check.
I trained every day from when I was 4 years old till I left.
And that is why Corvania has child labor laws.
It's not child labor. I was helping out.
Just for context, Marco, when do your kind become not children? What age?
Kind. I
Yeah.
have no idea. I was assumed I'm a human,
So it's the same as humans, like.
But I wasn't exactly from it's not like I had money. It's not like I went to school and everything, but you still have to make yourself useful.
Just trying to get context, because like 12 for a dwarf is not. You wouldn't be.
Oh, infantile.
You wouldn't be able to work. That's for certain. I just wondered if, like, for you, 12 was
like
being an adult or.
No, I was a child, but a teenager.
Yeah, okay.
Early developer. Yeah, and then in the big city, I had opportunities to observe and to learn all kinds of things, and made
What
myself.
city did you say it was?
Glasgow City. You familiar?
Am I familiar?
You can do society. This is recall knowledge.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let me
Secret
do it.
roll.
Where's
Given that you're from the other side of the continent, there's a good chance that
I know,
it'll
but
be a
I
pretty
was
high DC. But
taught a lot of random shit. Society, you said?
mm-hmm.
Recall
She
knowledge.
checking if this is like some evil overlord citadel or something.
No.
If you roll a
Maybe.
1, it might be.
Let's see.
if Medora knows just by word of pirate now.
Medora, you are not really familiar. Like, you've heard the name. It's some coastal city. That's the best you've got. Cora. You know of Glass Coast City. It's like a major it's a major Andalonian port. Particularly known for being sort of a cultural melting pot city.
Right.
That
okay.
is also a major military port.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you became like the head butler after some training.
Well, I didn't become head butler at 12, obviously, right? They had to put me in some position. I was cleaning the house and mending dresses, all that kind of stuff.
Worked your way up.
Okay.
Right. And then I mingled with the society and I learned how to dance. That's how that goes. It's not like I took lessons.
Wait,
So
how did you know he knew how to dance? Was this on your date?
Did everyone just turn to look at Cora?
Yeah, I think everyone literally went,
we danced.
Eyes.
What? There wasn't a date.
Oh, there was just a bit of time together and a sneaking off into the desert, coming back at sunrise.
And dancing.
The dancing was a separate thing from the other thing.
Right. We were
Never
moonlight
heard of
dancing, and
a-
then we investigated
There
the.
were moonlight. That seems dramatic.
What? That's not dramatic at all. It's just what happens at night. We were just practicing.
Just what happens at night?
Yeah, moonlight
Key,
comes
you
out
were
at
were
night.
dancing the
entire-
moonlight.
Your entire deity, Key. I know you're snoring, but it's just what happens at night.
Key, I'm sure Key has danced in the moonlight plenty.
We have 3 moons. There's always gonna be some sort of moonlight usually.
So you just watched people and learned how to dance just from watching?
Yeah, I also snuck into some parties, practiced.
So how'd you go from that to here?
Practicing a lot.
No, I don't mean the dancing. I mean, how
What?
did you go from
Oh.
being sneaking into parties and like why did you leave that life and then
Oh,
come
I
here?
just you can't do that forever. I just decided when I turned old enough to do my own thing, I decided that I wanted to see the world and adventure, just like you. I just didn't run away out of the window, I guess.
Okay, well the window was really high. So you didn't leave behind anybody you cared about?
I mean, I did like those people, but they're probably still there. Some of them.
I think she's asking if you left behind a girlfriend.
That's not what I'm
like
asking.
12 probably, but that's not important right now.
Medora's just watching Cora's reactions to this whole conversation.
No, I'm just wondering about his family.
Yeah, I don't really know my real family. I don't presume that old man really was my grandpa. He didn't look a lot like me.
Did you never ask him?
Oh, I did. He told me that my parents went off to save the world, and since they didn't come back, I presume they died doing that. So now I'm kind of following in their footsteps.
They went to save the world?
And since the world is still there, they must have been successful, right?
That's
Well,
fair.
yeah, but that's kind of a big deal.
Your mom is a god, Cora. Come on. My stories compare very badly.
He's got a point.
Well,
Is Cora sulking?
Yeah.
yeah, kind of. That's like,
Damn it. I mean, we have been part of the world not being ruined.
I haven't yet. That's why I'm taking my chance with you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we won't ruin this one. Hopefully you won't get too messed up along the way.
I drink to that.
Yeah.
look, Medora, I'm trained in formal dancing, and he just happened to be there, so we just had a little dance. It's not a big deal.
Just
So
messing with
everyone-
you.
Does everyone get trained
I
in
know about
formal
the
dancing?
time that you arranged a watch and then watched a watch. You left your halo on, Cora.
I did?
Mood lighting.
We know what you did.
You've actually done that a few times.
Sometimes I forget that it's on. Click.
No, we don't mean
Does it have
the
like
halo.
one of those 80s like pole chains?
That's budget sort of.
Budget Halo. Love it.
It's okay. I can stop if it's too much, but I was just messing.
Yeah, that was one of the things I trained for. I learned like 3 formal dances and yeah. And
Would you
I thought
teach
they
me?
were Yeah, I could teach you.
It's not something I've ever done. I might stand on your feet.
Cora will stand up and offer her hand to Medora.
Oh, now? Medora
When
just
else
lifts
are we
her
gonna do
empty-
it?
Okay. But no laughing.
Okay, we'll start with the waltz.
Do I have to promise?
I
Hey
think
Marco,
maybe
teach
Izri
me how
should
to
join in.
dance.
All right.
You go.
What do I
1,
roll
2,
for
3,
teaching
1, 2,
Izri how to
3, 1,
dance?
2, 3.
That would be a process.
Oh, God.
A process of time. But okay. As you guys
Dance the night away.
start
Junko,
being a
Key is
little
your
more-
partner.
He's asleep.
Oh, does Key like sleep on the pillows like a sun-basking lizard?
He's kind of like he's
Just-
kind of curled up, so he's like towels wrapped around him as best he can,
Ah, okay.
and he's just kind of making like little noises every now and then.
Oh my god.
See, that's
Uh,
exactly why I bought the
I
tent.
feel like Junko's fine with this. Junko's like,
think-
thank God.
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
So as you guys partner up, and someone probably has to like start making a rhythm so you can
Cora would.
action.
She'd probably hum.
well, typically you need a beat.
She would
To-
hum
to
the
keep
beat
a rhythm.
loudly.
His Kyrex tail like slapping on something.
Like, da, 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 da.
As you guys continue to enjoy a peaceful night and amuse yourself with dancing and gradually cooling food, we're going to end here for tonight.
Just outside the tent was murder.
Are we ending at the end of the night?
Yes.
Medora has one last question as Marco leaves the tent to go and sleep in his tent.
Am I sleeping in my tent?
What?
Okay, I
It's-
get banished.
Banished!
You know what?
You
You wanted a
decide.
separate tent so badly? Fine. Go sleep in your
Then go
separate tent.
sleep in it, you fuck.
Hey, Marco.
Go from sleeping in this tent with a bunch of women to
Wait,
sleeping.
how can I
Maybe-
do you? What can I do for you?
Okay. I think I want to take Junko on a date.
All right. Do you need a third wheel?
I don't know how.
Come sit.
We can plan,
First-
but no. It's a brain engaged question,
Yes.
and this is not that moment.
Let me. Oh, okay. So we're
But
talking
she's
about
from
this.
Corvania, and every time I try and do it, it goes really badly. I poisoned the village.
Corvanians. You poisoned the village to get. Well, I mean,
Don't
that
ask.
Junko might like that, though. I feel like that's exactly down
No,
the alley.
we had to run away. It was fine. And then just kind of it's. Cora's done more work than I have, but I don't know where I'm going wrong. and you
Slow
seem
down,
like you-
slow down. First of all, are you horny? Are you infatuated, or are you deeply in love? Let me assess the situation, kind of.
What are they?
What?
I
The three
don't think it's
options?
the first one. Maybe it's the second one, and I don't know that I know if it was the third one.
Then let's go with the second one as the safest option, eh?
Okay.
What have you done to get closer to her?
We spent a lot of time in the dark in Barovia in a castle, and then we spent
That's-
some time in the desert looking at the stars. And
That
then
sounds
I
kind of
saw
nice.
all of me and her forever.
So you know all the ways she will say yes to a date,
No,
but you saw your future with her. That means that my advice will work,
No.
eh?
I just saw me and her, and me and her, and me and her,
Okay, that's
me
not
and her,
very
and the rest of
helpful.
them.
Any other
don't
gestures?
know.
Poisoning a
I
village.
have these books, and Medora's just gonna pop back in the tent, grab 2 massive textbooks on Corvania.
Books.
Don't pick up the wrong
Corvania.
one.
Like, oh, this is.
Oh, shit, not this
God.
one.
Right. So, what has she done? Has she done anything to get closer to you or to react to
Oh,
these gestures?
I gave her 4 gemstones, and 2 are my eye colors and 2 are her eye colors, but no one
She-
else knows that.
Okay, that's very cute. Has she reacted to that
sh-
at all? Yeah, we're in our tent. I'm not screaming.
She
I'm
kept
just,
them.
I mean,
Cora from inside the tent.
see, you giving away gems makes me think that this is rather serious. And okay, she kept the gems. Did she not say anything?
Is she supposed to?
Kind
She
of,
doesn't say
yes.
anything.
Yes, but this is like, I know convenience are rough to get with, but this is, I guess you should just.
Well, I can't ask Ithri or Cora. And
Why
I'm not
not?
asking Key.
Well, make your intent clear. Check that she actually reciprocates. What do you want? Date ideas? I think first and foremost, you should actually tell her what you want, like to get closer to
After
her.
that, will you help me plan something?
Plan something, of course. Yeah, I can
Okay.
cook dinner for you guys if you want. I don't know if you want me to be there. Probably
Oh,
not. You could borrow the tent
spaghetti.
if it goes well.
On it. Thanks. Bye.
I think I went to high school with a few
Okay.
Marcos.
I gotta do something.
Hi.
I gotta do this for Ava.
I had to do that now because I need brain time to plan.
Oh yeah.
While they're having that conversation, Cora's gonna go over to Junko. Hey, Junko.
I'm not doing this.
Silly, it's fine. Hey, Junko.
Yes, Cora?
We need to talk. And we can end it there. How's
Well,
Oh,
almost.
Oh no.
that way I'll set it up for Ava next time.
Well, no, we're gonna open.
No, she needs her moment. She's been waiting.
You've been told.
She wants to talk to me, young man.
Well, during the night, just do that in the morning.
If she tells me that, then I will. Let's talk in the morning, Cora. It's late.
Not right now, Cora. It is late.
Where? Jerk.
Ithri,
Hello.
the other presence has been relatively reserved compared to normal through the entire day. And only when things have sort of settled down and people are getting their blankets and or getting kicked out of the tent because they now have their own tent.
I
Wait,
took some pillows.
Why is he leaving? Okay, bye.
Ithri snores. Don't worry about it, Cora.
Okay.
I'm not snoring yet.
You finally recognize the other personality sort of I don't want to say returning, but
Hello.
recovering.
This is internal voice fare. Any people that might.
You're supposed to
you
speak
can't hear.
out loud to the people in your head. That's what
Yeah.
I heard.
Hello.
So.
Oh,
Hello.
haven't you had a grand time? Is this what
Yeah.
you aspire to? To drink and eat cheap food with a bunch of strangers who don't know the first thing about your struggles?
I really wish you could feel it.
I feel what you're feeling. I just don't appreciate it. It's vulnerability.
Yeah.
You love them,
Yeah.
and you would be destroyed if something happened to them.
When
You wear your weakness so plainly.
When was it that you were destroyed?
You don't know anything about me.
No, that's why I'm asking. That's sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I just trying to understand. We're so different.
So what, you would hand me a flagon and some drink and have me answer questions too? Like I'm one of you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
How would you do it?
You know nothing of true suffering. Your family is mad at you. Oh, your parents are gods. My father stole me to be a slave from my other father, and he didn't care. It was just strategies. I was my father's weakness. A wound to be stabbed into. I died, like some of the rest of you. But when I died, there was no garden of marble and apples. There was nothing. No soul left behind. No escape. Not even oblivion. 800 years of purgatory and exile and watching my love die in front of me again and again and again. While each iteration she hated me more. But go on and cry about your brother. You don't know the first thing about guilt.
There's no way I can understand what you've been through, and I honestly don't want to. It sounds like a fate worse than death, and I genuinely am sorry that it happened to you.
Don't need your pity.
No, you don't.
I'm strong because of it. You see, my fathers, each of them understood things in a way. My birth father was a genius. He understood that when you had a weakness like a vulnerable daughter, that you put everything you cared about in jeopardy. And when I was taken, he understood that if he fought back, he would be letting his enemy win. And my other father, he understood that any weakness at all is a doorway to failure. And the only way to live forever, to have the dreams that you aspire to come real, is to leave no weakness at all, to make every exploitation a trap of its own. He taught me that this celebration of vulnerability and fragility, all this is the grasping of straws by those who will never be able to have something better. He taught me that you don't have to be a god to be indestructible. We choose vulnerability, Ithri. We choose weakness to have vulnerabilities and cracks in our armor. We put the cracks there ourselves. You don't have to.
I choose to.
Exactly.
Do you know what happens to me now if I die, as long as I don't disgrace myself?
If you die, you leave me a shell I can inhabit. So I suppose...
I mean, me, not my body. If,
What is the difference?
well, you're no longer in your old body. You're in here. Presumably when I die, I'm no longer going to be in here. I'll be in, presumably, if everything goes to his plan, I'll be with Odin. And Odin's plan means every morning I will wake up and I will feast, and then I will go to battle until I die. And then I'll wake up the next morning and do the same.
How boring.
Better to be indestructible?
You get a sense of like thoughtfulness on that. But no reply.
I have no answers for you because you've lived 1,000 more lifetimes than I have, and died 1,000 more by the sounds of things. But
You
I'm
could
here if you
too,
want to tell me
Ithri.
about it. What, die 1,000 lifetimes?
Live. You could live.
Why would I want to live if it cost me everything that makes me happy?
What is happiness in the greater scheme of things? About what you want. About ambition. Has that no place in your future?
Sure, just not at the cost of my happiness or my self. There
That's
must
so
be.
important.
There must be someone you were before all of that pain.
I was weak. Not unlike your little angelic pet.
Which one?
The naive one. Cora. I was like her once. And you actually get, willingly, a glimpse of her memory. You see a beach, silver sand. You can hear the waves lapping at the coast. Seagulls. The cries of fishermen and the ringing bells of their ships. You smell fish, salt, but also sweet baking bread, tomatoes off the vine. Probably garlic, to be honest. You see in an instant 100 different smiling faces. Familiar, not that you know who they are, you just know that they're familiar faces, almost like you've grown up with them. You hear laughter and a ringing, distant voice. Tomorrow, daughter, tomorrow. And the thought passes through your mind. Always tomorrow. And you see a dress. It feels like yours, dancing in the sunlight. You see a village girl, long blonde hair, standing on a precipice, looking out at the ocean, smiling. You wish you could hold her hand, but you're too shy. You see a home richly decorated. It feels safe and warm and comfortable, with blankets that are imported. A second floor, glass windows, the only house in this little village with glass windows. Vines on one wall. Olives. A flag. You see a wooden ship, a galleon, anchored not far from the beach. And it feels safe. You feel warm and secure that it's there. And like a flash of lightning, for an instant, it's illuminated in flames, split in half, sinking into the bay. Those smiling faces, you see blood running from their throats. You see ships on the horizon, an armada with black sails. You see pirates, not unlike those you've seen in Saragarda, but instead of swords, these have. Are you familiar with man catchers? You see chains. You hear screams. You feel hope. Times 100, day after day after day, hope. He'll save me. He's coming. And you hear a different voice. You're special. Much smarter than your father. You feel 1,000 times that hope. Each instance weaker and weaker. The fear, every time you hear that voice, more and more distant. Pain, torture, endless suffering. Interspersed with moments where there's hope again. You hear of this military victory, that army getting closer. And every time, it's like a carrot hanging in front of you just for you, but when you take it, it always turns to ash. Always. And not because fate wills it, but because this is part of your torture, your punishment. And eventually you feel this terrible hatred for hope. Because hope is the knife that has been stabbing you. Again and again and again. And that voice that scared you once, that voice that was so poignant, so evil. It complimented you once. And you liked it. And then it complimented you again. And you needed that respect. And eventually, you surprised them. No one saved you. You saved yourself. But by then, you didn't really need saving. And all of this passes through Ithri's mind in an instant. Keep your happiness. I'd rather live. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
I will. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Wow. A3's gonna have a really depressing night's sleep.
Just
Yep.
He's not snoring. He's just sobbing every night.
Staring at the ceiling.
The one time Marco isn't in the tent, Ithri doesn't snore. Go figure.
I hope.
Mhm.
Coincidence? I don't think.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we will. Are we live next week? Am I remembering right that we're not playing next week because too many people are out? Or am I
I thought one was out.
I'm
was
out
very
next
distracting.
week. I don't know about anyone else.
Okay, we
I am
may
here regardless.
we will hopefully be playing next week. If not, I mean, Sundays, just be on the lookout. But if you want to know for sure, we do have our Discord. You can find us on YouTube as well if you just need to fill that water under the bridge-less void in your life with more water under the bridge or some other Route 66 stuff. You can find all that on our YouTube channel. This coming Friday, we will be playing more of Return of the Rune Lords with a slightly different group. Maybe dealing with a little bit of a ghost problem or not. Maybe it's nothing.
That's what they do.
Could just be the wind. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.